there don't know none of these niggas, but he made a phone call. You dig what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers in there. So it's different levels to this shit. It could be one nigga in there who was the mastermind and was getting the most money. It could be one nigga who only made $100 transaction. But guess what? They all was involved in that shit. One way or the other, it's levels to the shit. Niggas ain't saying.
That's wrong. That's wrong right there.
You participated. You participated in the New Wapian cult.
That's a bad
explanation. You participated. You was in it.
That's the bad assessment of the situation.
Niggas ain't say you was the right hand man, the blue job, nothing.
Don't say that. I'm saying your example is a bad assessment of it. So that's all I'm saying.
If the nigga who made $100 didn't think he was in the middle of $1 million motherfucking situation that was going down.
Now, what you should understand, maybe the niggas that was in the RICO would always go to this one store and conjugate, right? And they put the store owner in that shit. The store owner don't know them niggas selling drugs. They just know they just come there and buy shit and leave, nigga.
Like the nigga that's on the land.
That nigga on the outskirts of that shit. He don't know. He on the outskirts of that shit, Chef.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that don't mean he participated in the motherfucking shit. That don't mean that, Chef.
If you know, not the listen. See, no, I'm talking about a nigga who participate in the transaction somewhere.
All right, well, okay. What you mean?
Not a nigga who just ain't never did nothing. I'm talking about this levels to it. Now, for you, did you ever go to the land?
Of course.
All right. So did you take a name?
Did I do what?
Take a name.
No, that was the ancient Egyptian order. That was something a little different.
Was that a part of the New Wapian shit?
Yeah, kind of sort of, but it was a little different. It was an online thing. Kind of different. It's a different situation. I'm telling you.
But was it a part of Malachi York shit? Was it somewhere in there?
Yeah, kind of, but it wasn't. It wasn't had nothing to do with York though. He ain't had nothing to do with the ancient Egyptian order. I mean, you need to talk to me about
the ancient Egyptian order.
Nah. They just, it was a bunch of women that kind of put it together and they gave out some educational material. You got a name. That was separate. AEO was totally separate. Matter of fact, they looked at you like it's like an online shit. That's what that basically was. They weren't even looking at you as a New Wapian, yo. You're like, nah, nigga, you just the AEO. Whole different thing. Whole different situation.
It wasn't York.
I mean, the nigga got money off of it. Huh? But you know my point though. It had nothing to do with him. Like you ain't see him, you ain't talk to him, it ain't had nothing to do with that. Told you, it was just an online thing. You can Google the shit, yo. So you look it up. But I mean, I guess within that. But the point I want to make here is,
say that again. Say that last part again.
I said that you wouldn't have seen York. You wouldn't have talked. Some people just was AEO, just an online thing, yo. Yeah, it ain't had nothing to do with the New Wap and shit like that, yo. Whole thing, whole setting, and the nigga got money off of it. Hold on. But it wasn't that. You never had to even hear about a York in the AEO, whatever the fuck, AEO or something. Ancient Egyptian order. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
So you want to know my opinion? Yeah, you want to know my opinion now?
No.
All right. Yeah, I'm right here. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. Unc wasn't in no damn cult, y'all. He wasn't in the cult. They almost got the nigga. That's what I'm gonna say. They almost got him.
Because everything I'm trying to think of, I'm trying to sit here and chill because I know all of the shit I'm thinking of sounds ignorant as fuck, bro. So I'm trying to chill. Because it sounds like Up went through a rite of passage in there somewhere too. You know?
Wait. I got and by the way, Chef.
Hold on, Smalls.
Go ahead.
I got an issue with that. Because every
issue you ain't seen with Smalls saying. You
don't know what I'm talking about, Doctor. Every time he leaves, everybody say he was on the cult. When he get here, everybody fucking chilling. So don't chill the fuck out. Say your shit because he's staying right there.
I sent him something.
No, I'm not talking about Smalls. I'm not talking about Smalls.
No, he ain't talking about me. I was the one saying you wasn't in the first place.
Who you talking about?
You seen that though, right? You seen that, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And y'all don't want to die. Y'all don't want to die on this hill.
You understand what?
No, but hold on, God killing Smalls. I'm not talking to neither one of y'all niggas. I'm talking to Logic. Because the nigga just said, I'm just chilling. No, say your shit. Say your shit. He said right there.
I know what he gonna say. He already told me. He told me in person. Yo,
What he say?
He said them niggas ain't gonna never hear that shit you saying out your mouth with that. That's what he said.
Logic said that?
Right. And told me, so niggas ain't listen to that shit. Find it hard to believe, yo. He was straight up.
Hey, Logic on trial. Logic on trial.
No,
you
Mr.
on
Logic
trial.
I'll get on trial.
Logic is speaking for himself also.
Yeah, you on trial, nigga, because that ain't what he just said to us. Yeah,
no,
now you on trial.
I also told him I think he in a cult. Like, how I get on trial?
Yeah, because you
no.
Yeah, he said that.
Hold on.
Yeah, he said that.
No. Oh, okay. The nigga
I'm
just
cool
said,
with y'all. I'm cool with y'all opinions, yo.
I'm gonna just chill the fuck out.
Yeah,
No, nigga.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm listening at what he's saying. I mean, it makes sense if I want to look at it that way. But I'm like, I ain't no detective. Like, I gotta, like, I gotta draw all type of lines and connect.
No, y'all cool, yo.
Okay.
Y'all good, yo.
Hey, you know what?
This gotta be. This is
I never knew it was a problem.
This shit funny. This shit
I never knew it was a problem.
I just think it has to be.
But for real, hold up a second.
That's your fight mechanism. I ain't buying that no more. You use that up on
I never knew it was a problem.
This shit funny.
No, but for real,
you use that up now.
Hold up a second.
Yeah, use it up.
Jesus
How do
Christ.
but you joined an organization?
No,
I didn't join it. I didn't join it.
You said you cool.
He didn't join it.
When you
said you was cool,
had
bro.
to do something for them to give you that name. Like, you had to do something.
No, I said it was an online thing. You know, when the internet would start busting, and you just send your money in to get a name.
James in the online
for
code
the ancient Egyptian order. It was Egyptian shit. It's the Egyptian shit. It was the old Egyptian thing, nigga. Come on, bro. Like, it was damn near 15 years ago, bro. That's why when y'all start talking about Egyptian shit, I beat the brakes off. Beat the brakes off y'all niggas Egyptian shit. I've been talking Egyptian shit damn near 20 years, yo. I'm talking about the wrong. I almost was there, and then when I got that shit, I got that shit. I understand that shit.
That was your rite of passage, yo. You supposed to be ready for all of that.
What I will tell y'all is this, though, is where I always have a problem with these conversations, right? And I don't mean in a negative way. Once a person shows you something clearly, explains it to you, right? Now, at this point, you either just not listening or it's just gonna be super funny. So I ain't tripping. I mean, like, if y'all can't imagine the world where a person says they are in a cult, right? And then run across the person to explain what a cult really is and what it ain't, and what part of it, and what role you play in it, right? And then they say, well, damn, well, I'm relieved I really wasn't. If y'all can't understand that, but Chuck Morgan gonna tell you, because Chuck Morgan was in there. He wrote material. Matter of fact, they had a name for people like me. Okay, he's gonna explain all that, bro. So if you ain't listening to Chuck Morgan, then y'all niggas just not gonna listen to nobody. Y'all just gonna do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You just want to do what you want to do. And it is what it is, right? That's all right. And I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do.
These are homies. Can I use the cheat code a little bit? Can I use the cheat code just a bit?
I don't. No, they're not the homies.
Please, can I use the cheat code a little bit?
No, you can't. No, they way out there, yo. I want them there because I need my content. I need my views. Okay, I'm giving them theirs. Now I want to get mine back. I need my lick back.
Niggas,
I want my lick back. I gotta get my lick back.
Niggas buckle in real time. This is crazy.
Hey, Brad, I'm telling you, he gonna get y'all. He gonna get y'all. I'm telling you.
Small. Stay right there.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, y'all, neither one of y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. I don't think anybody know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. I'm listening.
I don't give a fuck if the nigga was in a cult or not in a cult. I'm the one that said I had a conversation with him, and that's where I was at. I'm saying I don't like the motherfucking energy when the nigga ain't here, And the whole shit different when the nigga is here. That's the shit I don't like. I don't give a fuck if you, to be quite honest. Hey, real quick. I don't give a fuck if you sacrifice the gorilla, nigga. But if I said you was in a cult and you wasn't in here, and when you walked in here, I would say the same motherfucking thing, bro. So that's I'm having a different conversation.
We change our mind back and forth.
No, I ain't no fucking change my mind, nigga. Nope. No, I don't accept it. I stand where I stand. Y'all can't make me stand nowhere other than where I stand. If the nigga sacrificed the gorilla when you wasn't in here, but when the nigga in here, now all of a sudden there ain't no gorillas and monkeys around, I got a problem.
All right, let me say this though. For the most part, generally speaking, man, motherfuckers would agree that I wouldn't have known about all the extraordinary shit that was going on in that motherfucker. We just generally would do that. Right, you would have to be there and live there.
I don't agree with you right there.
So you think I would know? You think I would actually know about that without being living there?
No. Here's why.
That's personal living space.
No. Here's why. No. Because I know you, and you was a Marine. I would think you would know better. That's why.
And that's the learning lesson. You wouldn't know better.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the part.
Because you in the cult.
No. Watch this. Watch this, yo.
I would think you would know better.
No. I wouldn't know so better that to the point where, bro, I didn't even know. I had no idea that shit was a cult, bro. To the point where even when I never returned to those spaces, yo, the fact that I would say I was in something proved that I didn't understand none of that at all. I just didn't, bro. Like, you find that hard to believe? Most y'all can't tell me what cult is, though. Most y'all
I find it hard to believe, like looking back, knowing that you was a part of it, that you ain't looking back and saying that, damn, I didn't even know it, but I was in a cult. See, no, I'm saying, I don't understand. No. Like you trying to
saying it was a cult.
I just don't get what you're trying to do.
You get it logic. You don't get it logic. When the man got arrested.
Listen for a second. Because you willing to tell like your whole story and like just let the pieces fall where they may, right? So you willing to tell a story, about the primates you killed with your bare hands and all the blood and all those other ceremonies you were doing. So like,
the what?
The what? That time y'all was about to kill that gorilla.
That wasn't Nuwapi and shit.
But I know it wasn't Nuwapi and shit. But I'm just saying, like. I'm just saying, if you willing to say you did all of that, like, what
you don't give what I'm saying, yo.
You being in a cult, like, mix up any of the other stuff.
Sometimes, you know what, yo? Sometimes when you fight, you miss the lesson. I'm always trying to use my experiences as a lesson, right? The lesson here is right now, everybody on this call could actually be around the cult, bro. Okay? Point blank. How do I know? Because, nigga, I was around some shit that I didn't even know what was going on. To the point where when he got locked up, I was like, oh shit, yo, I actually was in a cult. I actually thought that because I was miseducated on what a cult was. If I was educated on what a cult was, it would have been red flags everywhere, bro. I could have said, you know what? This bookstore here, these books being produced by the same person, that may be a red flag, bro.
Exactly.
I didn't know that, bro. So I know it's funny, y'all laughing and fucking joking. I'm just an honest nigga. And a couple years ago, when I talked to a person that actually got Nature Boy convicted for life for being a cult, because that's what he, based off this nigga testimony, this nigga get life in prison. When I actually looked at some of his material and talked to him on personal conversations and then did an interview with him, I was like, boy, I missed the bullet. I wasn't even in no motherfucking cult, but I was right there. I was close to it, but that's how it worked. That's your first stages, yo, that you be right there. You be reading books, material. Let's take red pilling, for example, right? They give out a lot of information. They may have some books and stuff like that. And you do that for years, but they doing other shit you have no idea about, bro. You don't live around, you don't do nothing. You wouldn't know that. But now, based off my story, now that will draw a question for you. being scientifically literate, you like, nah. Now I'm saying I never had those tools, bro. So when I changed me saying that I was in a cult, I wasn't in a cult. That's based off my educational process in this whole situation, bro. So now I'm more educated to know exactly where I was. That's all I was doing now, y'all. The jokes is funny, but after I tell you, you supposed to stop, think, and say, well, if I'm in that position, what I've known that, well, I've made the same mistake in thinking I was in the cult after the nigga got arrested and the news broke out. What I'd have thought that. That's all y'all gotta do. It's about learning, yo. For me, now for
Exactly.
y'all, it might be for more jokes. And let me see if I can get one off on Unc. That's cool. I can take it, right? But I'm gonna always get my lick back though. Hey man, it ain't personal. It's just business for me. Seriously, yo. I appreciate the banter, the back and forthness. I do. The trying to make certain things this. I don't care. I'm a
Yeah.
storyteller around this. I know how to tell great stories. Good conversation for me. So I ain't mad. I don't think y'all think I was in doing some wild ass shit. And if you did, you can't prove it because I know I ain't did that. Because I'm gonna stand up on mine. So what I do, I do. What I don't, I don't.
Yeah, I would say half niggas on this panel been to a fucking church or a mosque and didn't think they was in a cult, but you fucking is, because Christianity and Islam is a fucking cult.
No,
I just
it's
went to church
not.
today, and hey, Gullah,
It
I
is
just went
a
to
cult.
church today, but
No cult.
Dr. York wasn't
It
there,
is a
my nigga.
fucking cult.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
Hold
original.
on, hold
That's
on, hold
the
on.
that's the
You being
original.
a
That's the
Christian, you
original.
ain't in
Hold
no
on, hold on,
cult.
hold on,
Yeah,
hold
you
on, hold
is in a
on.
cult. That's the
Hold on,
original. That's
bro.
the
Hold
original
on, hold
shit.
on.
That's the
Hold
original shit.
on.
Motherfuckers
We
called
we
cult.
talking about cults, but we
Crazy.
talking about Dr. York. Dr. York wasn't there. I just left church not too long ago. He wasn't there.
You was in the cult, right?
Yeah, let's be clear about what cult we talking about though, Gullah. We talking about some niggas that
I
kind of
don't agree with
shit.
that.
That's
I
not
don't
it
agree
ain't
with
the
that.
same. No,
It
hey,
is a
listen,
cult though.
we
My
don't all got
grandmother
It's
ain't
different.
in
It's
no
different.
cult
It's
we
different
don't
and
type.
she
have
It
to
go
is
to
a
church
cult.
every
agree,
Sunday.
but I ain't about to move from
Christianity.
Dr.
Christianity is a fucking cult, bro.
It's not a
When you the
cult.
Romans,
So I want you to stand on
when the
something.
Romans named the fucking religions, they said the cult.
Hey, but Gullah, I want to say this. You do know when you say Christianity, we're talking about Dr. York, my nigga. So if you saying the fact that I went to church today is the same as a nigga living on the fucking land, I would
It's a
have to say
different cult. It's a different type. It's
It's
a
I would
different
not a
have
type
to
of
say
cult.
cult.
you might have messed that up. That's all I'm gonna say. I
Nah,
have
it's a
to say
different
you
type of
might be a
cult.
little off.
Nah, it's a
Okay, well then
different
say
type of
okay,
cult.
then cool. Start with that, but
But
don't say I was
Christianity,
on the land with Dr. York because I fucking was
yeah,
at church
because it ain't
today.
because it ain't mainstream. But fucking the three biggest cults in the fucking world: Judaism, Islam, and Christianity.
No, they the
Yeah,
three biggest religions.
yeah.
Yeah, and religions are cults.
Yeah, they start out that way, yo. It's just they take weird twists. And so if
Religions
Brass
are
go
fucking
to a church
cults.
and is passed to write a lot of books, right? And produce some books and got them in bookstores and y'all had Bible study and all that, yo. It could be an undercurrent to that, yo. They could have like a place, y'all go to cookouts and shit. It could actually be a circle of motherfuckers that really travel with them and move with them and be on some coast shit all the way, bro. And Brass wouldn't
So
know it, yo.
Brass
But
went
now
to
But
Brass,
it
church.
could, but it could
now
that. But
Brass
see, now you got
understand
Brass
it
to
now.
went to
man.
Now,
church.
No,
He
no,
in
hold
the
on, yo.
cult. But
No.
Unc
Listen to
wasn't
me.
in
No,
the
no, no,
cult.
no. Let me
Unc
finish,
was
yo.
a
You jumping on.
Nubian, but he wasn't in the cult. But Brass go to
You jumping on
church.
purpose to get the joke, yo.
this is wild.
Let me finish my point, though. Just let me finish my point. It's a good joke. So, hey, Brass, what I'm saying is now, based off my story, yo, there's some red flags you can now look for, bro. That's all I'm saying. Think about
No,
that, yo.
I get that, but
Yeah,
see,
I
you
ain't
can't. Hold on, no, I get that, but what you did was when you just was talking, you said could be. Now I'm a nigga that went to Catholic school. I understand that behind closed doors, it could be some wild ass shit going on. I understand that, but you said could be. But when you
Yeah, it
say
could
we
be.
know for a fact,
Could
hold
be.
on, we know for a fact, right? We know for a stone fact that Dr. York was running a cult on the
Now
land.
you know. Now
Well, hold
we
on.
know.
I know that's
Jesse
fine.
Jackson
No,
didn't
no,
know.
no, no.
Was
Listen.
Jesse
That's
Jackson
fine.
on the land, yo?
Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. But let me finish this.
Naming the
Let me
niggas.
finish. Hold on. But let me finish.
He said
But when
Jesse
y'all just jump
Jackson
out
ain't
there,
know.
when we
Yeah,
go
y'all playing with me. I know y'all ain't playing with
oh
me.
man,
Y'all
y'all
trying to play with me.
yeah.
I know y'all ain't
no,
playing
Hey,
with
look,
me.
no,
Y'all playing
no,
with me.
no.
hey,
But
look,
what
No,
we
y'all
want to
not.
hear
Oh, y'all didn't know
is
Jesse
because
Jackson all that was on
hold
there?
on, because
Rainbow
then you
Puff.
added, but then you added
Brass
could be.
Tiffany's.
Hold on, wait, but then you added could be. So if you saying could be, then okay. But when you just jump out there and say all Christianity is a fucking cult,
No, he's right in that manner. No, he's actually right, but you took it wrong. You think it's a negative thing all the time.
We
It's
was
actually
talking about
not.
Dr. York. Hold
on. It's because you're going off the modern interpretation, nigga.
Yeah,
Look, original
modern
meaning of cult in
interpretation.
anthropology in a religious study, cult originally just meant a system of worship. For
We
example, the
going
cult
off
of ancient Greece
off the modern
guess what?
interpretation.
Okay,
Our understanding of a cult.
And then Gullah, atheism is a cult thing, correct?
Nah, it ain't based
No,
off.
it's not.
Right now,
No, it's not.
I just make a blanket
No, it's not.
If I just make a
it's
blanket statement, then I'll probably be wrong, bro. So when you say could, I can't fight what God is saying because he's saying could, and I'm sure it could be. But to just say every motherfucker going to church is on a cult is just a wrong statement.
No, you ever heard the cult of Raw, yo? I know you have, right?
No, I know you about to hit me with all that AEO.
I'm just educating you, yo.
I don't know none of that.
Crash. If you read, here we go again. So I forgot y'all don't read nothing. Like Chef say, niggas don't read.
Niggas don't read. Niggas don't read.
I know everything that y'all saying. I disagree.
You think that's the new way to do it, Chef? Don't read nothing, nigga. I ain't know that's crazy thing. You gotta read something. Etymology dictionary at least.
How people do something.
And all the
tripping. He's got a master's degree.
Chef, you had to read something, though, Chef. You read your ChatGPT or something, yo. You gotta read something.
Look it up. Look it up, bro. Y'all basing it on the modern and popular term, bro.
Yeah,
where it has a correct.
That's what we're basing it on. Say it again, Gullah. We're using the modern understanding of the word cult. That's why we put motherfucking the Nuwapians in a cult and Christians in a religion.
Oh no!
Atheists wouldn't do that.
Look, bro. Ancient Roman definition.
It's a Jehovah's Witnesses. It's a Jehovah's Witnesses.
All that shit, bro. From a nigga that study anthropology, nigga, all that shit is fucking cults, religions, all that shit.
You talking to a regular people?
Nah.
Fuck that. Nah, fuck that.
Cult mean in the regular vernacular how we using it. And
you know, look it up? Why don't you look it up?
Look it up.
Not true, Chef. Not true, Chef. Because now we talking about size, bro. So if you got a small church, it's a Christian church, nigga. We all know about them small churches, yo, right? Small church, right? Yo, the potentiality for them being a negative cult is there. It's right there, bro. In the modern sense, yo. It's the size that all of a sudden it changed out of it, yo.
But you know y'all not saying the same thing. You keep saying could and the potential.
No, the word could is there because y'all look at the cult as being negative. No, he's simply saying that it's all a cult. He's saying it's all a cult, which is true. Now we must find out, is it a negative cult? Is it a positive thing? Because that's all in a cult too. All cults don't have
you give us clarity. You're not doing what Gullah did.
Bro, Christianity started off as a fucking cult. It was a nigga named fucking Jesus of Nazareth, a charismatic nigga. Yeah, just like 300,000 years from now, some of these fucking cults get turned to fucking full-blown mainstream religion.
Is the same as 300,000 years ago, bro. That's the same shit I just left an hour ago. They was pulling up that shit from 300,000 years ago. What they was doing. We followed the same format as what they was doing, bro. You don't understand how that don't make sense?
Shit, the same form. What the fuck are you talking about?
You just said, well, it started off as a cult. So what?
It did. Just like a motherfucker cult today, it can become a fucking religion.
You said it became
what you mean, so what? Nigga, I'm thinking from an anthropology. I don't care. Wait. You in the cult, nigga. If you believe in God, you believe in this shit, nigga, you in the cult.
I know,
if you believe in a deity, if you believe in a deity, nigga, you in the cult, nigga.
I know, bro. I know. Let all that atheism out. I get it. But if you just said in what you stated, it started off as a cult and then it became a religion. So which one is it, my nigga?
Y'all never listen to a podcast? Since y'all don't read, do y'all listen to podcasts, yo? Like on
Wait,
hold
on. Give me a second. There's one nigga in this bitch with a master's degree. Stop telling me I don't read. I don't read.
Y'all said y'all don't gotta read it. Remember?
I don't read the Cult of Ra. You asked me, you ain't read the Cult of Ra? No,
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you argue with your chest out, bro, listen to what I'm saying, bro. A lot of times we argue with our chest out. So where I'm from, when you argue with your chest out, that means you got a certain level of education on what the hell you talking about. Because I know y'all wouldn't just talk without having no understanding. Like y'all do that.
Well, why would you say
I'm
we
thinking
don't
that these
read?
days,
You
though.
know how crazy it is
No. When you are as sure. No, I'm saying when you are as sure as y'all argue about everything, then a person would think that at least you read the basic shit around what you're talking about, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Are you talking about something else?
Chef say we don't gotta read that. Chef say we don't gotta read Wu John them books. I agree with Chef. You don't got me because those books aren't qualifying material, right? They have not been subjected to the qualifying process. So I agree, but there are books that have been accepted in academia on said subjects, and before you stick your chest out, you at least have to have a basic understanding, at least a good scientific podcast on the Big Bang if we arguing against it. And so the pseudo do that. He doesn't have a basic understanding of these things he's arguing with. So I'd be surprised when Chef will say, you don't got to do the reading. Chef, we know you don't got to read Wu John Assar's books, nigga. That shit is not an academic standard. So why would you read that? We get that. So I'm saying it's a basic, a podcast at least, yo. You can't keep doing it. So understanding what a cult is, it ain't as simple as y'all think it is. Listen to a good podcast on it. That way you give out better information on it, yo. Gullah is not wrong.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know when you telling us this, you thought you was in a cult up until a video. Wait, let me finish. You didn't read to not believe you wasn't in a cult. You didn't go study to try to solve your own diagnosis of whether you was in a cult. You did a video with a motherfucker that was an expert on cults, and he brought you to that epiphany, and that's how you got there. So why are you acting like we didn't read? You didn't either.
And that's why I'm telling you got to read, bro. That's why I'm telling you got to read. You get it, Brass? That was 3 years ago, Brass. Hey, Brass, that's why I'm telling you, yo. On any subject we talking about, it's good to have a fundamental understanding of it, Brass.
I understand it.
So you get it, bro?
No, I get you. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
But
I ain't saying no more than that, though.
You didn't do. You were in a. When were you a Nuwapian? Just what year? When was this?
Man, that shit had to been about, 10 years ago? 10, 20, I was in 2005. 2005 was the last time I was around this shit. How long was that?
20 years ago. So 20 years.
That's right.
Okay, so for 20 years, you've been saying you was in a cult, you thought you was in a cult, and if you would have never done the video with the nigga that is the expert on cults, you'd still today believe you was in a cult. So I
didn't know it was that intricate, yo. You get what I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying I don't.
Wasn't there.
You the nigga who don't know, not us.
Right.
No. So y'all know. Let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight. So now you know. So go ahead and explain it, Chef. Explain what a code is, Chef. Explain what it. Since you batted down. Explain. Go ahead and explain it, yo. Go ahead.
We ain't got caught up in the cult yet. Listen, we ain't got caught up in the cult yet. So
you don't know that, Chef. You don't know that. I'm saying you don't. What I know, you don't know that, Chef. Yeah, we don't know, Chef.
This nigga said,
you don't know that, Chef.
The same as being a Nuwapian. I done heard it all.
Yeah, it is. I'm saying, hey, Brad. Hey, Brad. Gullah not fucking that up, yo. He actually not, yo. Y'all think he is. He actually not.
The first time he was fucking that up.
He not fucking that up, yo.
Yes, he is.
It's a thin line, nigga.
Down here.
Hey, so you said, so I'm gonna give you a question. You trust ChatGPT? You trust it?
Dumbass nigga shit.
No. Hey, do you trust ChatGPT? Do you trust ChatGPT?
It's okay. It's based off how you ask the question, what it is. It's based off the person putting the information in because it starts to think like you think.
If I ask ChatGPT the question, Is me going to church
in everyday
the same
Joe?
as being a Nuwapian?
Talking about what
Yeah,
science
why
and
would you ask that question?
No.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Wait. The answer, no. So
Shit,
you
man. Really, yo?
no.
That's how you did that, yo.
No. Listen. This says it's a key difference. Hold on. Nuwapian Nation. Hold on. The Nuwapian Nation. One central figure, Malachi York, with absolute authority. His teachings, identity, and even personal life are treated as sacred. Most churches have a pastor, a priest, but leadership is replaceable. The faith's core don't collapse if one leader leaves or dies. It's like a long list of the differences. So when you just make a broad, sweeping statement that everybody,
the question you just asked, are you serious right now?
Yes, bro. I don't give a fuck about no colloquial shit, nigga.
I don't give a fuck about what you saying.
That's a colloquial definition, nigga.
Give me 1 second. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what you saying. You could take that shit somewhere else. Y'all use ChatGPT for every goddamn thing.
Yeah, you asked the wrong question, Brass. Why would you ask that question, Brass?
No. I literally, hold on.
Nobody would disagree with you on that, Brass.
I asked ChatGPT the same question I asked Gullah. I said, so me going to church today is the same as being a Nuwapian? That nigga said yes. See how you remember you used to tell me don't intertwine your argument with somebody else's? He ain't saying what you saying. You know for a fact he making broad, sweeping statements, and you don't even do that. You can't just say
well, the point I thought,
but no. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I thought the inference was on. I thought the inference was on that you went to a cult today. That's what he said. Did you going to church is like going to a cult? Right?
I asked him a simple question, bro. I asked him a simple question.
You going to church today? You actually went to a cult.
And what? What did you say?
That wasn't me.
Yeah. No.
I think which guns are coming in. So I'm saying the church you going to is a cult, yo. Seriously.
So all
look that up.
Wait. So all
churches are actually cults, yo. They're all yeah. Just the general definition of they actually are, yo. And then you would ask, what's the separation? Then they say sometimes the size of it. Well, what about the small churches, yo? So if you're saying you ask a collective question, all together, all the churches go, no. But if you start going to separate churches in your community, yo, these small churches, yo. I mean, Daddy Grace, yo, he was a Christian church, yo. Was that a cult, yo? Daddy Grace, the Christian church.
Are you not listening to what I'm saying?
Heard you. I
said if I went to church today, this was my question. This wasn't ChatGPT. I'm not. This ain't the question you answered. You know you can say he made a mistake. Right? He said.
Why don't you ask it? Why don't you ask a valuable question?
I said if I went to church today, is that the same as me being a Nuwapian? Do you understand? Like, do you know when you say yes to that, you're wrong. You're just wrong. It ain't no.
I never thought that. But I thought if you asked ChatGPT, is the Christian church considered a cult? How about that question? Because that's what I was arguing for. That's what Gullah was really
y'all
arguing
having
for.
Different conversations. I'm talking to Gullah. I was trying to talk to Gullah, then he just went off the deep end. You can't just say, do you know how offensive that is to say just going to church being doing
It's not an offensive thing though, yo. So ask ChatGPT that. Can Christianity
I just did and it said no.
You asked
There's a big
that?
difference between Dr. York and Nuwapians and
no, don't say Nuwapians. No, don't say Nuwapians.
Ain't that his ain't that the name of his team? Or ain't that just on the front of the jersey?
Nah, no, because they wasn't even the Nuwapians at first. They went through a lot of different shit. They was Islamic Moors, Islamic Hebrews, they was Nuwapians, and everybody that was in the cult wasn't Nuwapian. It was a whole lot of shit, yo. You ain't know that? No, they was Sumerians, they was Christians, they was Christians too. Did you know that? Egyptian Church of Christ.
When they was on the land, what were they?
Egyptian Church of Christ. That's the last thing they was.
Okay, so right before that, it was
followers of Christ. You said what?
So if they was that, then why now with this nigga in jail are they still Nuwapian? What's that?
The people just trying to get this shit now. They don't know. They man, it's even worse.
You talking about his son doesn't know?
His son broke away from that. His son broke away from that. And the one got him locked up, I believe.
Yeah,
some kind of got him locked up. Yeah.
I don't know. We just not gonna agree. We're just not gonna agree.
No, I don't disagree with you on is the church you going to church like in the WAP, and that's just crazy for me. What I want to say is that churches, they are considered cults.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean it's a negative thing. That's the point I make to bring to light. So we're talking about
most churches, community-based leadership is replaceable. Members can come and go. Beliefs are public and broadly shared. Christianity is practiced in many forms worldwide. Some churches or sects cross into cult-like territory when they exert extreme control, cut off dissent, or treat the leader as infallible. Nuwaubian Nation meets all of the scholarly red flags for a destructive cult centralized around York's authority, secretive doctrine, isolation. So academically, no, all churches are not cults. But if something is using cult loosely to mean any belief-based group with rituals, then they'll lump them all together, which is more philosophy than academia or social science.
So that's what academia says.
That's what academia says. I asked the same question you asked.
So you saying so
because most churches are not cults. Some churches are, and that's the correct way to put it. Not all churches are cults.
Not true. Christianity is a cult. It started out as a cult, yo. Got big, it was the cult, yo. It was a cult.
Well, you know, Gullah, he made the mistake saying it started off as a cult, became a religion.
But even though the Egyptian, they had the cult, they had different cults in Egypt, yo.
I ain't talking about Egypt, bro. I don't know anything about Egypt.
No, I'm saying they got different cults in Greece.
I can't even talk to you.
I'm not. I'm just saying, but that's what Gullah was speaking from. I'm saying he wasn't wrong in saying that. The Nuwaubian part was
he wasn't wrong in saying all churches are cults.
Oh man, it's a, you know what, yo, I'm a step out on a limb here, man.
Hey, Brad, can I jump in right quick?
Yeah, go ahead. I think we had an impasse. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me read this definition real quick. So in the dictionary, it says a system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object. And then in the second definition, it says a relatively small group of people having religious beliefs or practices regarded by others as strange or sinister. So it's real simple. There ain't nothing to really fight over. By the first definition, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, those are absolutely cults.
Okay. So I just put, stay right there. You inserted yourself, pause, stay right there. Is all Christianity a cult? I made it the broadest statement.
Yeah, on that first definition, yeah.
Okay, I just said is all Christianity a cult? Once again, no,
they're absolutely cult.
No, not in the scholarly sense of the word cult. Christianity is considered a world religion, large, diverse, spread across cultures, not dependent on one living leader, and with widely available scriptures and traditions. A cult, in the academic sense, is a small, high-control, leader-centered group, often isolated, authoritarian, and secretive, with beliefs unique to that group and not easily found inside it. So when y'all
ask ChatGPT,
no, y'all not talking about algorithm.
What
I just said.
So that means that you just asking to get what you want to get. You just asking to get the results you want.
Listen, y'all niggas want to go to hell so bad. Enjoy, bro. Enjoy, bro.
Yeah, we don't look.
It can have negative and positive connotation to it, though, Brad.
You know, but y'all keep saying all. You know, it's funny, I done heard you say 1,000 times you cannot say all. And you doing it right now.
No, because all religions do start off as a cult, though. No, all religions do start off as a cult, bro. They just say the difference between. No. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Just listen. And what they say is that once you get like the numbers, then that kind of changes, yo. So it's sometimes based off of size, yo, size of it.
But we talking about now, no.
I know. Watch this. So watch this. Hey, Chef, watch this. So it's not Jesus Christ, the charismatic leader of the Christian church?
Absolutely.
You all roads run through Jesus Christ? Think about it. He's a human being, right?
He is.
Does what he say is final, right? No, hold on. Yo, y'all think I'm being facetious. I'm actually not. See, now I want y'all to think I got you where I need you at right now. So y'all realize what I'm saying. So it's not Jesus Christ, the charismatic leader of the church,
We
yo? Yes or
clearly
no?
know that church and
Okay. No.
is
Hey,
two different
Steph,
things, yo.
hey, Steph, I'm asking you a question,
One is a
Steph.
cult,
Are
one
you
is a
willing to
religion.
answer my questions or not? Are you willing to answer my questions? Is Jesus
Sure, let's
Christ?
go. Sure, let's
Is
play your
Jesus
game.
Christ? Hold on. Is Jesus Christ a charismatic leader, bro? Yes or no? Do we
Jesus
not have
Christ ain't-
followers? He's a man, nigga, that walked the earth, bro. What we talking about here? He's a historical figure. Is he not the leader of the church? Or am I tripping? Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Peter is the leader of the
Ask
church.
Brass. Ask Brass. Brass. Is
Peter was
Jesus
the
the leader of
leader.
the church, Brass?
Peter.
Is Jesus Christ the leader, the head of the church?
And did he die for our sins? That's
Come
called
on,
human
man.
sacrifice. That's called
See,
human
see,
sacrifice.
see, you know what? You know
That's
what,
called
yo?
human
It's funny.
sacrifice.
But
That's
when the
a cult.
rabbit get the gun, I didn't want to pull his card out. But since everybody is so confident what they thinking, let's deal with Jesus Christ. Yes, he's a charismatic leader. Yes, he's the leader of the church. Yes, everything he says is final, bro. Yes, he got a lot of weird shit, walking on water, turning brick. That's just weird shit, bro. Dying and coming back to life. It's a cult, bro. Come on, man.
No, it's not. No, it's
Jesus
not.
Christ.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah,
You're
I'm like
convoluted.
that.
Brother.
Come on,
So
man.
we
You're
gotta
convoluting
use
the
I ain't gonna help
conversation. What you doing now? You're throwing
so
stone
we
against the
gotta
wall.
use the
Y'all ain't got the
original
God killer
Roman
started.
definition.
The rabbit don't have the gun.
Yeah, it got me
The
started.
rabbit don't have the gun.
So
It
The
got
you
me
rabbit don't have the gun.
is betraying your
No, the rabbit don't have the gun.
Y'all ain't got the God killer started. I'm back
No,
off
no,
of
no.
it.
No, the rabbit don't have the gun.
You say that's what I
Yeah.
told you.
You talking about doctor? You comparing Jesus
No.
to doctor? You
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Let's
No, we
make a
ain't doing that.
comparison.
Nah, nope. We
Let's make a
saying you're
comparison.
all above, yo.
every description that you just gave of Jesus Christ, you saying that Jesus Christ is a cult leader. So why is he? So now you
Yeah.
somehow saying he's a cult leader, but he ain't like a Dr.
He
York
is.
Jim Jones kind of cult
Yo,
leader.
he's
So
hey
which one
yo,
is he?
hey yo, guess what? The Romans was trying to kill their ass for that shit. They be like, who the fuck is that shit?
Just
Nigga, we gonna get y'all small little religious
just be
group.
clear. Just be clear. Are you saying he's a cult leader like Dr. York and Jim Jones?
I'm saying he's a
Yes or no,
nigga.
bro. Just say it, yes
Nigga,
or no.
I don't, nigga, hold on. First of all, like Jim Jones, there's no record of him killing people, bro. There's no record of him molesting kids, yo. So no, not like
Are
that.
you just
But
Jim Jones killed 300 something people. Is you crazy?
no, I said Jesus Christ did do that. I said there was no record of Jesus Christ doing that.
Oh, I thought you said it wasn't no record of Jim
No,
Jones.
no,
you just no,
I'm saying, but
you might have missed.
I know, but in Jesus' time, yo, the Romans looked at this nigga like he was retarded. He was going against the state sponsor. The Jews killed him, nigga, because they say, yo, you wild ass nigga.
Then just go on and
He
say,
died because his own.
just
Why
go
you
on
think
and
they
say
killed him? Why you
then
think they
just go
killed
on
him?
and say Jesus, Jim Jones, and Dr. York, same nigga.
No,
Just say it, bro.
but I said it earlier. I said, yo, just because you use the word cult, don't mean it necessarily had to be negative. I said that. Right? And if you looked at that interview we did, the guy said that. So everything don't got to be negative, bro. That's why I say I knew what Gullah was getting at. That's how Gullah talk.
No, that's
He
not.
the rudest shit.
Oh,
You know,
when
he went overboard with the wife and shit. I agree. So I don't agree with that, though, Brad. I don't agree with that, Brad.
When y'all start reading each other's minds, that shit sound crazy to me.
No, you know that's what Gullah said. So Gullah jump out the window. No, Gullah jump out the window and say humans are monkeys. See, you be like, what? Nigga, we ain't monkeys. But when you get into a good conversation with them, then you'll understand that actually 40 million years ago, right? That what we come from extends from 40 million years later would be considered a monkey, not a modern monkey. So it would be a box inside of a box inside of a box. You never lose your monkeyness, and you never lose your fishness,
bro. But
I don't know. You never lose your fishness.
I know,
and you never lose your fishness.
Listen, you have a fighting style where you take things to evolution because you understand it, and that makes sense to you.
I try to give you an example of it.
Right now.
I'm trying to give you an example of what Gullah. No, I was talking about what Gullah do.
Right,
I said I know what Gullah does, and I said Gullah said.
No, you lost me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I was trying to make a. Okay, I was saying Gullah was saying. Gullah will say. I'm using this example so you can understand why he said Christianity was a cult. Right? This is what I'm explaining. He will say this is the example to understand. And you be like, what, nigga? That ain't it. what he's really trying to take you, he's trying to make you understand the steps that take you back to 40 million years ago. So fundamentally, what he's saying is we never truly lose our monkeyness. Nobody can understand that. And guess what? Go back 350,000 years, we never truly lose our fishness, right? Okay, so now when he says cult, he's taking you back all the way back when they was actually called cults. Some was negative and some was positive. They killed the nigga because they thought it was negative, bro. Don't you read the Bible? The Jewish community, man, they voted to get this nigga out of here, bro, because they felt like he had created something that was unhealthy, bro. Like, I read the text, don't you? So that's all I'm saying. I just want you to think about it for me.
I know, but
Jesus.
you keep telling me.
Stop,
No,
stop,
hold on.
stop,
And you just
stop.
said Jesus Christ. I appreciate it. But do you understand that literally, my question was to go. You keep telling me what Gullah think and what he say, this, that, the other. I take him off mute.
Because I know.
Scream and
Because
cuss
I
me
mean,
out. I know Gullah too. He gonna scream and cuss me out, and then I ain't gonna say nothing back, and then hopefully we get past it. That's the only reason you're on mute right now, Gullah, because we live. If you're not gonna go crazy, just let me know. I'll bring you off mute. Just don't cuss me out too loud. Here's the thing. My question was simple. Is me going to church today the same as me being in a cult like a new Wapian? And he said, yes, bro.
Yes.
So
No,
now I
but
know
he was meaning just cult.
that's why I keep saying everything that you saying, y'all was having two separate conversations, bro. You don't
Yeah,
think
but I know what he meant, though. That's how Gullah. I've been around Gullah for 15 years, yo. I know what he's doing. I know what he.
I heard you talk, bro. You don't sweep. You don't do the sweeping, bro.
No, I don't do that. No, because I know niggas don't understand anyway. So I try to take my time. It's hard, yo. And even y'all is showing me that, man, I don't understand what the fuck you saying. Even when I made that analogy, you ain't understanding. So that means I'm doing a horrible job.
Listen. It ain't that you're doing a horrible job. When y'all start talking about evolution in Egypt, don't you know I leave, bro? I don't listen to y'all with that because I'm not interested in learning evolution in Egypt on YouTube, bro. I like the conversations and the camaraderie, but I'm not coming to y'all for that kind of education. So it ain't that you're doing a bad job. I'm just not there. Most times it's just peace in the chat and I'm gone. I'll donate and leave. I don't really watch the shows.
So okay, so you never heard somebody say the cult of Zeus or the cult of Ra? Yo, you never heard that?
You're not even gonna believe me when I say no. You're not even
the definition of cult, somebody.
Yeah, no, I don't even know why the average person would have heard that.
Dang.
You ain't clear about the definition when I read it.
The Romans did define the Christians as a cult.
It's a loaded term, Brass. You know that, right? It's kind of loaded, bro. So I give you that. It's fight like that. It's definitely
yo. You know what's funny, bro? You know. I don't know, bro. We had an impasse, but I'm just glad we all got some. We've got respect, so we ain't. I ain't mad at you. Let me take
a poodle and a pit bull are not the same, but they both dogs.
Yeah.
No, we don't even. I don't even know what the hell you talking.
They all wolves at the end of the day. Gullah say they wolves. Hey, Brass. Gullah say whenever you look at any dog, you're looking at a wolf. How about that? How that sound?
Yeah, he absolutely right the way I think. And all cults are not negative cults. All cults are not killer cults. There's types of cults.
Then we on the same page. Then we understand.
It's a loaded term.
That's all I needed was clarity. Hey, Gullah, you know for a fact a motherfucker can't and I don't mean this to you, motherfucker can't say, man, that nigga a bitch, but you a good bitch though. You gotta be like don't like cult is a fucked up word. So when you just say it, everybody is in that shit, bro. It's offensive. I'm supposed to take offense.
No, it's not really. It's really not offensive. You just maybe you don't have a scientific mind frame, but it's really not defensive. Like if I say somebody ignorant, that's not defensive. You just don't know.
I can't go back 300. You're right. I cannot go back 300,000 years ago. Cult of Ra, cult of Zeus. You're right. I don't have that mindset. I got a political science mindset that I got from college and school. So I might not have this mindset or whatever the hell y'all talking about. But my degrees will say I have a scientific mindset.
Hey, do this then. Do this for a minute. Just gonna help you. All you gotta do is just type in the word cult and the chat GPT and let it fly, yo.
Y'all don't like
you gonna say, all
ChatGPT.
right.
Y'all only like ChatGPT when it agree with y'all.
No. I didn't disagree. No, I didn't actually remember I said I'm on board with I wouldn't say that. Remember? But I know how I understand the way he's doing.
I know some. Hey,
So
I went to Catholic school, bro. I know some of these.
Nah, it don't gotta be negative, yo. You can just simply
No, some of them. No, I'm about to say something different. Some of these are exactly what the fuck y'all talking about. I just had an issue with all. I'd like to separate from the motherfucking priests and all of that. I'd like to be separate from that, right? And guess what? I'll be honest enough to tell you, you might find out that the school you went to or the church you went to or was doing some cult shit and you didn't know. I can agree with that. But to just make a statement that all of them are, I'll never agree to that.
What do you think about the Mormons? What do you think about the Mormons? What do y'all think about the Mormons?
I wish they do the same thing that, like, so, like, when people say
that.
How
you doing, Kyle?
What's up, man? How you doing, fam?
All right. Next time you come to New York City, don't let me know.
Religion ain't nothing. A religion ain't nothing but a cult who damn charismatic leader died and he became a damn deity.
But Brad, you fighting against the word cult the same reason why people who don't believe in evolution fight against the word primate or fight against mammals or those different groupings. It's simply a grouping. Like, the grouping could have good or bad connotations attached to it.
I know. But guess what? We're using. You know what's funny? Kyle? Stay right there. Me and you both in a cult.
Yeah.
Right. So wait. Don't say nothing else. Me and you are both in a cult. So trust and believe. I know the difference. We were talking about. No, stop. We was talking about Dr.
What cult? I'm listening.
No. Hold on. We was talking, Kyle. Just for clarity, I understand. So you would know I understand. But here's the difference. We was talking about Dr. York, and then the very next sentence was, "Nigga, all churches is cults." So I'm staying right in the conversation. Everybody else left it and started talking about good cult, bad cult. I just wanted to
sound like they use it as a four-letter word against you. They use it as a negative term when it's just a term that means what it means.
Okay, yeah, and you know I can accept that. So let me ask you a question: do you disagree that we're both in a cult?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I clearly know the difference.
I know, but what's that? What's the secret?
The Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. Me and him was both Boy Scouts. We both Boy Scouts. We be passing out cookies and shit. And we ain't gonna tell you, huh?
What? Y'all crazy. Now see what I'm saying?
That's the first rule being of the cult, man.
Jesus Christ.
He's a Weeblo. I'm an Eagle Scout. You know, we meet every third Saturday. I'm not telling you nothing.
Yeah, the first rule of being in the cult is don't tell nobody you in the cult, man.
Yeah. First rule of Fight Club.
Man. I mean that ain't all cults though. That's a secret cult. All cults ain't secret.
That's fine. Now you adding some nuance and context. I'm cool with it,
I think we go off track when we was talking about the New Wapians, right? And a way to get out of it is to say that all religions are cult. You dig what I'm saying? Like two things are not the same. Like,
I wasn't talking about no Wapians. I just kept hearing people throwing the word cult around freely.
So that's the problem then.
Yeah,
Wapian is a particular type of cult. I just keep hearing the word cult thrown around everywhere. Like, that's the only way to be a cult. That's the only way.
No, if we talking about cults and the modern use of the word cult, right? And then somebody jump in and say that all religion, you go to church is a cult. All religion is a cult. You just messed up the conversation.
No, you just messed up the conversation with that.
See?
Yeah, that's not true. Because right now, hold on. Y'all can remember the Jehovah's Witnesses popped up. That's why I wanted to mention the Mormon church. So, I mean, are we going to play this game this way or what? So I'm going to ask y'all again, since nobody wants to answer my question.
The damn Pentecostal.
The goddamn Mormons. Hold on, Gullah. Is the goddamn Mormons a cult? Come on, man. What are we doing? How about the Jehovah's Witnesses? I can name a whole lot of new startup religions, bro.
Shit, how about Amish motherfuckers?
How about that? Yeah, what we doing? See? Where y'all gonna draw the line at?
Church.
Yeah.
My grandmother ain't in no damn cult.
My grandmother ain't
the
in no.
So I don't know what
church?
y'all naming some old weird shit that y'all ain't even a part of, probably never even seen before.
What, the Mormons?
When black people talk about church, you know exactly what they mean.
No, I
and they
don't.
ain't talking about no Mormons or no Amish.
Are you sure? Oh, really? So basically, you just a black person.
So you being biased. Being biased.
Yeah. You like you stuck. You black person stuck on the corners and stuff. Come on, yo.
A damn Amish motherfucker don't talk about. He don't know he in a cult. He just do what he do. But if you look at it from anthropology, you look outside this shit. That shit is a cult. If you study this shit and study what the fuck it is, you gonna be like, these are cults. We'll study it.
Y'all got it.
So the Mormons, so y'all don't know the Mormons how it started. Jesus Christ came to America, yo.
Nigga,
What are we talking about?
I met some Mormons on a bicycle riding up Park Heights.
Yeah, yo, they got
I ever seen them.
Mormons.
Who you think?
I don't know no nigga who been to one of their churches.
Who you think? Who you think the Quakers are? The fucking Puritans and all them motherfuckers.
Where you think that came from, yo?
I don't understand if it's
I know
that
y'all don't
easy.
understand. I know y'all don't
gotta do is go to church to be in the cult.
Yeah, they fucked that up and they trying to convince us some old crazy ass shit.
So the Mormons don't go to church. So the Jehovah's Witnesses don't go to church.
Hold on. Got a large audience. What'd you say?
I said, I don't know why it's like all you got to do to be in the cult is that easy, right? Is to go to church. But you just go to church and now you in the cult, but you got a problem saying you could be.
Hold on. Wasn't Jim? Wasn't Jim Jones? Didn't Jim Jones shit? His shit was the church.
Yes, it
I'm
was.
just saying, if you know it's that easy,
for going to church.
If you know it's that easy to be in the cult,
but he wasn't in the cult.
You're right. If you know that's that easy, right?
I mean, this
grandma ain't going in the back room. She ain't counting up the money. All she doing is going there and leaving, right? I get you. Same thing you did.
Now,
there you go.
When niggas can lock the doors. When niggas
they're now considered a religion. They're not considered.
When niggas can lock the doors. When niggas can lock the doors, when niggas don't pay up, when niggas can lock the doors when the offering plate ain't fat enough, nigga, that's a fucking code, nigga.
And y'all you taking one video. Wait. So you taking one video of a crazy nigga say lock the doors, and you think that's what happens at all churches?
Man, that ain't, bro. That's just an extreme, bro. Most pastors do that shit, bro. Most pastors do that shit. Make guilt trip motherfuckers to pay tithes and shit. They do this shit all the time.
Hold on. If our pastor locked
that's
the
just
door,
an extreme side of
the church and see what happened to your ass.
Most pastors don't do that. And I'm gonna tell you something, Gullo, straight up.
I'm not saying they didn't do that. No. You taking an example what I'm saying, and you going too far with it. I'm just giving an extreme. I'm just saying about extreme. But all pastors, they do that guilt trip shit to get motherfuckers to pay tithes and shit.
And so do y'all when y'all on YouTube asking, saying, "Man, I've been up here all this time and I ain't even got a cash app or a motherfucking donation."
No, I don't.
Y'all do the same thing.
Who is that?
Y'all do the same thing.
I ain't been up. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't ask for money on my shit.
Yeah, see how don't nobody like to be grouped into the bullshit.
See, I feel what I'm saying. I want you to understand the essence of what I was saying. The motherfucking
I ain't been on YouTube. I ain't been on YouTube damn near a fucking year, nigga.
No. You know me.
I be in the streets, nigga. I live real life.
See how you don't like being grouped into no wild shit?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can't help. I mean, you a human being. You a human being. You already grouped up into some wild shit when you was born, nigga.
If my motherfucking pastor locked the door in our church, he'd be in jail 20 minutes later. What are we doing, brother? You think I'd let a nigga lock my grandmother in a church for money? Are you out your mind, brother? Come on, brother.
Nah, yo, the people's grandmother be sending thousands of dollars. We don't even know it, yo. Let's be real. Y'all really want to do this, yo? Y'all don't, because I think I get ugly with it.
Get ugly. God killer time.
God killing this motherfucker. Your grandmother invests thousands and hundreds of thousands in a wild ass church all her life, yo. Just to die, not to go no damn way, but in the ground.
Then the pseudo killers is a cult.
No, it's not religious based.
Because guess what? No, because guess what?
Y'all worship Dr. Dunn.
No. You go live.
Oh, you made that.
Made that shit up. No, let me finish. No, you gonna tell me? Don't tell me I'm lying. I pull up the seat. I got receipts. You go
pull it up. Yeah, pull it up.
I don't even fucking watch, and I've given you a couple thousand.
Bro, you
bro,
pull up the receipts. Pull it up.
No. Tell me I'm wrong, God. Tell me I'm wrong, though. I don't even watch. You know I don't watch it.
I'm gonna look. Hold on, I'm gonna look. Since you said it, I'm gonna make sure. Let me see.
Hey, don't make me pull it up.
Hold on,
don't make me pull it up.
Bro, I read the whole book, God.
Hold on, Brad.
That's Gullah.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, we don't want to mess with the cash app.
Can we safely say everybody in the cult?
That's all.
Everybody
listen.
it's safe to say everybody has been in a cult. Can we at least say that much? Can we agree?
Hold on. Donating to YouTube channels is not the same as donating to a church. I don't sell invisible shit. All right, my shit is authentic. No, I do not. Churches sell invisible.
You sell
shit.
scientific literacy.
Your opinion ain't
right?
real.
Nope. It costs
you sell scientific
channel run. Hold on. It takes money.
Real,
you gotta let me finish though.
Okay, good.
I'm saying that nobody would actually equate. See, y'all argument is since we saying churches are cults, then you want to say then, well, YouTube channels are a cult, and y'all taking donations.
No,
actually costs money to get your video. Okay, I'm just making the point. It costs money to get your videos edited, right? It costs money to be time away from your family, yo. And a donation just helps. It helps you to grow for the channel. Internet, all that shit costs money. So I'm not ashamed. Hold on. So I'm never ashamed. And I appreciate the people that give, yo, because it go to good things, yo. So I'm not ashamed of getting that. Now, as for a church, you got the building fund, you got to pay the lights and rent and all that shit. But I thought the church was connected to the most high power on planet Earth. You seem like you wouldn't need none of that shit.
Now you going somewhere else.
I'm just making a point there. It's invisible shit, yo. Niggas is selling invisible shit. My shit ain't invisible. That's the difference.
I just told you. You know why it's invisible, bro? You know why it's invisible? Because you just said it yourself. You obviously ain't doing a good job. And I told you, bro, when you start talking about evolution in Egypt, I don't listen to you, bro. And I still donate. So I'm listening for the opinion. I'm listening because I know you. I'm listening. I'm listening out of respect. Hold on. I'm listening out of just pure support because everything you said, I agree with, right? When I say so hold on. So it don't necessarily got to be that you giving people something. Most of the people that fully understand what you're saying and you actually giving them something substantial don't donate a goddamn dime, and you know that. So trust and believe. I don't like. So if me giving money to church is a cult, and I'm giving you money for really other than you just my nigga, and I know you working hard. I'm trying to support your business. Then I'm not giving you money for the content you really creating. I'm giving you content for the work. So it's the same shit. If you ask me an evolution question right now, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Y'all talk about Egypt, I leave. But yet and still, like I said, and I pulled up the receipt, a couple thousand got killer. And then guess what? You go live today, I'll give you some more money, bro. And won't watch it. So it's not, you can't say y'all make these broad sweeping statements, going to church and giving donations, all of that. It's the same as niggas on YouTube. You think I watch that, Reggie?
Hey, Brad, you want me to give out the number what it is, yo? Because I like to be forthcoming. You want me to read it or not?
Give Cash App and give YouTube then, because you can't do that.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can go to the Cash App.
I know it's at least 18 on Cash App, almost. Yeah,
you short a little bit.
No, we get about $60. You want $6?
Now you short a little bit.
Wait, give me a second. I know. And I do more than anybody
Hey, Brass, but guess what? But you're not the only donator, though.
I didn't say I was the only.
Yes,
I didn't say I was the only.
Hold on. Chef has donated, right? Got my equipment game up. Went half with me on some shit. So I didn't say that. So I ain't tripping. Listen,
he understands what you said. Listen, my points. Don't lose my point. I'm donating, and I don't know what the fuck you be talking about 98% of the time. So then I'm a blind member of what? Am I just supporting some shit I believe in? I might not believe in the pseudo killers. I believe in you though. You're a good nigga.
You do the shot.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different shit. No, I don't. No, it's not a shot. It's real. I don't believe in like like the whole concept of the whole thing, but I still fuck with you. And that's cool. That's a good relationship. I don't think that's that ain't a bad thing.
But how are we equating donations to the church with donations to YouTube channel?
Because y'all brought up donation. No, because y'all brought up donation.
How did y'all equate my grandmother going to church with you being in the cult, nigga? Yeah. Same thing. We acting crazy up here.
I'm repeating what the fuck y'all say, bro. I'm just repeating what y'all said, bro. You think I know what Chief actually talking about?
So hold on. Hey, chef. You stupid.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Why don't y'all just type in the word cult and let it fly, yo? Don't add.
No, we know what a cult is.
No, I don't believe you do. I don't believe
we do.
No, you
we
don't.
know to stay the fuck away from them. We got it.
No, you don't. No, you actually don't.
We do. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro.
Don't.
I didn't get to 45 years old not knowing what the fuck to stay away from, bro. Like, come on, yo. You gotta give grown men up here enough fucking credit, yo.
No, he's having a hard time. No, he's having a hard time because somehow when you was in your wrong mind, you fell for some shit. I didn't fall for that shit.
I didn't actually fall for anything.
You did.
Yeah,
I was
did.
Nah. But I actually
my grandma was in the cult going to church, but you wasn't in the cult.
Hey, Brass, I actually fell for the same thing that you falling for right now, Brass.
What I'm falling for?
What? Right. If you going to church because you believe in Jesus Christ,
right back
what
at
I'm saying. No. What I'm trying to tell you, it's the same thing. It's a belief, yo. Right? And so there's tools to help you believe. There's tools that can actually help you with your belief.
But who's in the cult saying I'm in a cult though? Nobody who joins the cult saying they're in a cult.
Yeah, nobody joins the cult thinking they're in the cult, yo, Brad.
I want to give some clarity. Right. So but we're supposed to believe, but hold on. If that's the case, then we're believing that God Killer wasn't in a cult. But you just said a motherfucker could join a cult and not know he was even in it. But that's neither here nor there. Here's the second part. Hold on, let me just say this.
No, don't
that's
stop.
That's what my point was. Christianity in world religions or cults. That was my point.
I got your
people
point
don't even know. People don't even know if they even in it or not.
No, I got your point now. I got it. But when I say fell for it, I ain't say fell for it and being a cult. But I'm gonna tell you though, and I'm gonna see. Let's see if you can admit it. The fact that you, as a 40-plus-year-old person, started calling yourself a Nuwapian, you fell for some shit, bro.
I wasn't no 40-plus. I wasn't no man. Come on, yo.
That was 20 years ago.
2000, yo. I wasn't 40 years old. You tripping, yo?
Oh yeah, my fault. Okay, well, you was. Yeah, you're right. You was close or wherever. But hold on. The fact that you called yourself a Nuwapian, you fell for something. You paid niggas for
listen,
you fell for something.
Listen, that's not. I don't got a problem. I fell for the same thing that everybody around here fell for, yo. That's why I started the groups I started. You know, being wanting to know about Black history. That was the trap, right? Wanting to know the origins of where we came from as a people. You know, trying to figure out the system that had oppressed us, yo. That's a breeding ground to get trapped in a cult, bro. That's a breeding ground right there, yo. Now I can say that's a breeding ground, my nigga.
Right. So you just told me you didn't.
No, what you mean?
That's all I'm saying I'm saying when I say all you fell for, you maybe you wasn't 40, but you was grown as fuck. You had already been in the Marines. You grown as fuck. You growner than I was at your age. So you had been through some shit, seen some shit. You knew more shit than most people, right?
Yeah, I fell for the Black shit. You're right. I fell for it.
But you fell for it. You fell for it enough to pay a nigga for the name Uncle Keck and name yourself a Nuwapian as an adult.
Yeah,
that's what you fell for.
Now,
you didn't go no further than that. I can accept that, bro. I can.
But that ain't no different than you name yourself a Christian, though, Brian.
My name is my name.
I know, but you still a Christian. You call yourself a Christian, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we all go for names.
Yeah, so once again, but you're making the same mistake. Once again. No, wait. Did your mother take you to? Hold on, and I'm not being negative about your mother. Let me change it. A nigga's mother. Yeah. A nigga's mother, not yours. A motherfucker's mother didn't take a motherfucker down to Dr. York and her grandmother before that and her grandmother before that to go see Dr. York. Dr. York, you keep comparing Dr. York to going to church, bro. You doing it again.
That was what you call did that. Remember, I never agreed to that. I never said
you just said, don't you call yourself a Christian?
right.
You think
I'm
I had a
saying
choice? I
I'm
didn't have a
basing
choice.
hold on. I'm
going to
basing
church
it
and
off. I'm
fucking
basing it
read.
off your characterization of names. And I'm saying is I could evenly argue. And you say we supposed to have this conversation that
It's
I
not a
can't imagine why an African American would call himself a Christian after he studied and realized we was enslaved under the banner of Christianity, colonized under the banner of
I already said
Christianity.
I don't agree with
understand
you.
that.
I already told you I don't agree with that.
I don't understand that. Like I
No,
could
I
never
already
be a
told you
Christian
I
based
don't
on
agree with that.
in
I already
every
told you I don't agree.
in every case of being converted is not generational. You can have people that convert tomorrow. It could be they were Muslim yesterday. They
I know,
want to
but
just
I'm
be a
talking about
Christian the
me.
next day.
He said
I'm just
me, though.
saying. I'm just saying. But you compared it to like that wasn't a good point that you made.
No,
Like
he said
people,
me. He said you call yourself a Christian. I was a Christian before I could read. Before I had
exactly.
any.
Hold on. But think about. Hold on.
Wait. Unc was. Let me finish my sentence though, Gullah. Unc was grown as fuck when he became a Nuwapian and paid a nigga $40 to call himself Unc a Cat.
But I'm saying it's grown people that convert to Christianity too. They didn't know nothing. It's grown people that grew up Muslim all their life in Christianity.
We're talking about me right now, though. We're not talking about the whole world. I don't even have the ability to do that. Me and him is talking about.
You is hilarious, bro.
Yeah, it's a difference. You trying to like it's just a difference. I was a Christian before I
$40. You paid a nigga $40.
So said 20. 20.
20, nigga.
Yeah.
You overwhooping, nigga.
Yeah, I grew up in
hilarious, bro.
I grew up in a Christian household too, but I read books and I figured out this shit was some bullshit.
But were you a Christian at one time when you ain't have a choice?
No, I never believed. I always questioned this shit since a kid.
Yeah,
They took me to church. They took me to church, and I wasn't. My mama bought me books.
Yeah, I was always in question that though, bro. So I'm be honest with you. I never felt
grew up a Christian. No, stay right there, Gullah. You grew up a Christian. So at 2 years old, you knew that it was.
No, I didn't grow up. No, I grew up in a Christian household, but I always had questions about this shit.
We always all had questions.
Not true. Not true.
Everybody had no questions. Y'all niggas think y'all was special.
I ain't think nobody was special. I just never believed that shit, bro. I never believed it, bro.
No, so just
Gullah, you couldn't.
I ain't never believe that, yo. Hey, I'm with you, girl. I ain't never believe none of that shit, yo. I ain't never
believe it, bro. Like my mama bought me fucking books about dinosaurs and shit, and they talking about Adam and Eve. Like I didn't believe that shit. I could read. I read at an early. I was reading, bro. I was reading at an early level, bro. Like I didn't believe that shit, bro.
Yeah,
and I didn't go to church. And I didn't go to church that fucking nigga. I didn't go to church that fucking often either, nigga. I didn't go to church that fucking often, nigga.
But we didn't question that right away. Ain't make me go to church. I went to church with my grandmother
on evolution because it's reading Dr. Ben early.
No, I wasn't reading no fucking Dr. Ben. My mama had me a real fucing I was studied like when I was a kid.
These niggas was reading Dr. Ben at 3 years old. I didn't know about Dr. Ben. None of this shit until an adult, bro.
John Henry Clark, they elder, but they won't call Jesus a motherfucking prophet. Like the shit y'all be saying don't make sense.
No, bro. You talking to me though? I'm not no conscious nigga. I'm not from no fucking conscious community.
Hey, Gullah.
I'm not from no fucking conscious community. I'm a regular nigga who studies science, bro.
I ain't never heard you say nothing about nothing else but science, Gullah, since I met you day one.
He wasn't talking about it at 2, though. We can agree. We can agree at 2 years old, if his mama said he had to go to church, his ass was gone.
Yeah, but that don't make you a
but at 2 years old,
right?
At 2 years old, you can't even comprehend. 2 years old, you can't even comprehend, bro.
You know when you can get christened? You can get christened
bro,
before you have a choice,
you said 2 years old. 2 years old, you can't even comprehend. You can't comprehend shit, bro. What the fuck you talking about at 2 years old?
No, wait, because at 2 years old in a black
at least say 5 where you can comprehend shit.
I was christened. You're christened. Were you okay?
You born everybody born atheist,
when you
yo.
don't have a
First of all,
choice.
everybody born atheist. First of all, everybody's born atheist. Let's get that established.
Because you don't know what the fuck. You don't know when you 10 years old. You don't know what the fuck of Jesus. None of that shit is. Just a fucking word thrown
So
around.
you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is to reject.
You agree to that though, right, Brass? That everybody's born atheist.
Don't do that. I know your fighting style.
But I'm saying when I got old enough,
you be asking me these things. I gotta look it up. I don't know, bro.
Man, you don't have no preconceived notion. You gotta teach you that shit, yo. It ain't in your head. You gotta teach you that. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
I would agree that, but I don't mean that. Well, here's the thing. I don't agree that. I agree to what you're saying.
Oh no,
but I don't agree that me being born day one, I was born being against all gods if I didn't know.
You don't even know.
Nobody say being against. Right, just not believing in shit and not thinking it's real. Don't mean going against some shit. Just because you don't believe some shit, don't mean you're going against it. What are you?
No, he said that.
He said,
I don't believe in the tooth fairy, but I'm gonna give my niece a couple dollars when she loses a tooth.
Yeah, I like the traditional shit, but I ain't never, shit.
I don't believe in Santa Claus, but I give out gifts.
Hey, Brad, if you was born in Saudi Arabia, you would think Allah is the God, though.
You born in Saudi Arabia, though.
You would think that God was Allah. Wherever if you was born in traditional African religion, you would think other things. That's what I'm saying. We're formed and shaped and cultivated by this shit. Bro.
Yeah, my homeboy was raised in a Muslim household, but he's not Muslim.
Well, that's all I'm saying.
And that's what got me too, because I had people in my family that was Muslim. I had people in my family that fuck with traditional African tradition and shit, and fuck with people that was Christian. So I always had fucking. I couldn't just, you know what I'm saying, just on strength, it made me question shit and it made me not even choose a motherfucking religion as a kid when I realized what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
let's see what they talking about.
When I went to my daddy's house, it was some other shit. You know what I'm saying? When my mama was a Christian, but when I went to my daddy's house, some whole other shit.
Yeah. But I went to church with my grandmother, and I love Grandma Rice Show. And the thing that fucked me up about it was not Brownsville, Fulton Baptist Church, down there pretty close to the bookstore. Chef know what I'm talking about, on Fulton Avenue.
I just left the bookstore. I got some Naeem Akbar for y'all asses. It's on.
I ain't never read a Naeem Akbar book. First time I really got into him was listening to y'all conversations. But let me finish this point. The thing that got me about going to church with my grandmother every week was the pictures fucked me up. The stained glass windows in Fulton Baptist Church was white people, yo. The behind the preacher, the angels was white and God was white. So that shit never made sense to me, because I could look at the people in the church and say they look one way and would look at the shit behind them. I was like, damn, this can't be us. So from that moment being 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up, this shit never resonated with me, yo. And that's why I thank my grandmother for doing that, for taking me to a church that didn't have enough sense to make the shit look like them. I never believed that shit. I never
That's cool,
never thought that shit made sense.
Platform, like you didn't, bro. You know what's crazy though? You are talking from a platform like you fell for some shit too.
Yeah, but not that. No, I fell for the black shit. No, I'm telling you, Brad.
You're trying to tell me that Christians is crazy for falling for Jesus Christ, and you fell for a nigga in Atlanta?
Nah, no. See, that's where you mess it up at.
With a record label?
Yeah, you kind of messed that up, because by the time I came around, hold on, listen, no. By the time I came around, I was listening. You had like the Triad, so York wasn't even like the centerpiece. I don't know. It wasn't that. He was that shit in Atlanta, not Atlanta, but in New York and all that. And remember, I said I was on the outskirts. So most information I got, yo, it came from the All Eyes on Egypt bookstore. Brother Bun. Right, and he kind of gave me a vast understanding of different things, right? And come to find out today, yo, because he wasn't kind of really feeling it like that, right? But the point I'm making here is that I fell for the blackology, bro, is what got me. Remember I said I wasn't feeling it because it wasn't black? Well, the other flip side of that is a person can get you with the black shit. So my whole thing wasn't even based around York like that. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. It was based off me going to the All Eyes on Egypt bookstore, and I told you what books was in there. It was different books. Malachi York books was on one side, right? And premortal signs and symbols, Albert Churchwood, John Henry Clark, those books was on the other side. If you was to read a Malachi York book, the shit was very incoherent. He would start off with a question, but never answer the fucking question. So I didn't even gravitate to that shit right there. I gravitated to the atheistic shit that niggas was talking about. When you looked at the Bible and read, you would realize that the shit was slap stupid. So you could really see that. So my thing was never around York. York wasn't even the guy that really gave me the information. It was Bun. And Bun gave me not just the Malachi York Nawapi and shit. You know what I mean? He introduced me to a Sheikh Anthony Diop's book. It was shit like that. So my experience was way, 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 way different, bro. So yes, I did fall for the black shit. That's why now, through education, you can draw a line down the middle. You can know when you're going too far and when you're not. Right.
So you didn't know that the Nawapians was ran by Dr. York? You just joined the shit because a guy named Bun told you to?
No, I didn't join it. No, I know I didn't join it. I'm saying, let me explain. So if you can just, for a moment in time,
right,
you would go to the bookstore and ask questions. So for the first time, I got a chance to ask questions about the universe, all kind of shit, nigga. That's where I was going. York wasn't nowhere around that. So this nigga had bookstores all around the world, bro. And each bookstore was ran a little bit different. The Bun's bookstore was a little bit influx because they didn't like the fact that he sold other books. They just wanted him to sell Malachi York books. We like, that shit don't pay the bills. I need to sell all these different books. So he had a variety of different books, yo. So they got me back into reading.
But what made you get the name and pay the 40 to get the name though?
Because I'm going to tell you, that's called the AEO. Right? And maybe y'all should get a good interview for y'all to have is to get Chuck Morgan on here. Right? He'll give you the whole rundown.
So but that wouldn't qualify as joining though? That's not joining?
No, you joined the ancient Egyptian order. That's different.
So it's a subset of the cult.
Nah, it's an online disinformation where you get information from on Egypt and stuff. That's all that was based, and that's it. Nothing else. I mean, y'all can look it up. Y'all can go back in time. It wasn't nothing serious. It's just talking about Egypt shit. Half the time, the shit wasn't refreshed. So you really got beat for real. I mean, but you would have to look for yourself. But I mean, y'all know y'all days is busy, right? Y'all might not want to do that. And I'm saying for me, I didn't get the negative part of it. Dealing with Bun, maybe I'll have Bun come through one day. Anyway. So it kind of like shielded me from that situation like that. When I really look back on it, yo, yeah. So I don't know, yeah. I never was in the following with one nigga anyway. So I would have never got like that wholeheartedly. I would have never went on the land and lived and gave my money, and I would have never did that shit anyway. I'm just saying it's based off how you was raised, yo. Right? But we all are vulnerable because our beliefs make us vulnerable. That's my point though.
Well, Nawapian then. So you shouldn't say that.
I said it when I was ignorant of understanding what it was, yo. Because back then, it was the best thing going, seemed like. Anyway, read a book. The Nation of Islam shit was super stupid.
No, I'm saying, but you said that recently, though, that you were a Nuwapian.
I thought it was.
You shouldn't say that you were a former Nuwapian because, according to what you're telling us now, you were never a Nuwapian at no point.
I actually wasn't then, bro. And that's the point. And Chuck Morgan jumped on the show and said, yo, you ain't what? Nah, nigga, you know was that. Because there was a language they spoke too. You know that, right? It's called Niwapo.
I don't get it.
Yeah, the language called that. Yeah, I ain't never did none of that shit.
You see, Brad wore you down, bro.
No, I'm just saying, nigga, I ain't never learned no motherfucker.
Nah, it's just, I went in the chat and I shouldn't have did it. Niggas talking about balls and all kind of weird shit. See,
I don't go in the chat, man. Enjoy the crowd, man.
It's crazy. I be trying to be the nicest nigga on earth, bro.
Oh, you in the chat now, huh? You in the chat, huh?
No, I'm just because we on the show. I'm trying to. I don't even want to participate in the chat after seeing that shit. That shit wild. That shit crazy. See.
Anyway, look,
I'm out here. I'm gonna show you some grace. Let me show you a little grace. But go ahead.
No, anyway, I'm out of here, man. We got a little content today. We good. I'm going to get on me and Doc. We're going to
Hey,
live.
appreciate you coming by, man.
Yeah, I'm going to slide through, but I can get my lick back, though. I got you. I got the videos for y'all niggas.
Yeah, you just make sure you drop that link.
Yeah, I'm going to drop
you don't get your lick back and leave me where I can't hear about something. All right, my nigga.
All right, man. Y'all be safe, man. Good conversation, though, man. That was a good conversation around culture. I think it was educational, yo.
Facts.
Peace out.
All right, peace, y'all.
Let me just see.
Peace, y'all.
This nigga hits in the chat, still hating. Shout out to you. Let's see. None of y'all could walk on water. This nigga's crazy. He said, rejecting Christianity because it's the white man's religion. Y'all niggas is hilarious.
Look, hit your right hand man that ride with you, but be hating on you at the same time. Confuse the fuck out of you.
If you don't look up, he be done hated on you 15 times. It's too late. Ain't nothing I can do. Yeah, shouts to posterity. You're a funny nigga.
Yo, that's a nut, yo.
But yeah, like I said, I just I think I think I can understand almost. I don't understand enough about Nuwapianism to make a decision. I'm gonna leave that open. I don't know who Chuck Morgan is or whatever, but if he was in the damn cult, it's gonna be hard for me to listen to. Like, tell me about, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, cause see, like, hold on, ain't it niggas that still Nuwapians? Didn't y'all say they still like after he got locked up, right? After he got locked up for fucking all them kids, right? Ain't it motherfuckers still in the community repping that shit?
Yep.
Who is with any names? Is it somebody who is still repping that shit?
I don't know. I don't know their names. Just a couple of them been on Sign Netter though. They still out here.
Once he got caught, I want to know if you still was fucking with the niggas that was in it. Right? Like, I want to know. Like, now
Wujawu was defending him. Wujawu was like one of his paralegals going back and forth to trial with him.
Who the fuck is that? Who is that?
Wujawu.
Language nigga.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. But ain't y'all cool with that nigga?
Yeah.
Man.
That's my man.
Man. Y'all niggas need better friends, nigga. What the hell? Wait, so
I fucks with Wujawu. Wujawu good nigga, yo. He was in a cult. He ain't know no better.
No, wait. So he was a paralegal and he knew he was a paralegal and he knew that the dude was fucking with kids. And he was trying to get him out of jail.
He believed that the nigga ain't do it.
You know the motherfucker was fucking with kids, yes or no?
He knew that he was charged with fucking kids. He didn't believe the government. Hold on. They didn't believe the government claimed that he was fucking with kids. They thought that was a conspiracy to take down the Asiatic black man.
I thought it was like damn near 100 kids. How do you make that up?
You in the cult. You believe government.
Let me fuck up my algorithm. Let me fuck up my algorithm. Give me 1 second. Y'all go ahead.
He was doing secretive shit on the slide and shit. His own little shit.
Hold on. They called him the most prolific child predator in history. So some things is without a shadow of a doubt. Like, I mean, like some things ain't like, what do we? Okay, I keep forgetting. Just give me a second, bro. Y'all go ahead.
I told you a leader. You can close certain doors off to certain people and shit. You know what I'm saying? They motherfuckers probably didn't get exposed to some of this shit.
40 victims. 40. So he was a paralegal on the case. So he saw the evidence and didn't think he did it.
I know it's wild. I get it.
Wait, you just said he's a paralegal. He was probably in court.
He was what? He
saw all the evidence and still said, nah, he ain't do it.
Probably was religious. He probably was religious too. He probably was religious in that cult. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro.
Wu Jai, good nigga. He was just caught up in some wild shit.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold that against him. Like nigga got it. He got his mind right eventually. You know what I mean? But when you in that cult, yo, you think the lead ain't do it.
We did not, Chef. No, we did not.
Oh man, bro.
It was up 3 years ago when we asked him, do you believe that Dr. York did that or not? Or if he was guilty, he was dancing around and shuffling. He wouldn't answer the question. So no, he
said he was convicted. Meaning the conviction stands. Like, what do you want me to say?
No, that's not answering the question. We asked him, we said, fuck that conviction shit. What do you think? Oh, well, he was convicted. No, you're not answering the question.
He answered it. You just ain't like his answer.
Well, yeah, I don't like the answer. If I asked you, was a nigga touching on kids, and this is a nigga who you was trying to get off. This is a nigga who you was trying to exonerate. And I asked you, do you believe the nigga was do you believe this nigga was touching on kids? And your answer is, well, he was convicted, and you a fuck nigga to me. I don't know how nobody else feel, but you was a fuck nigga. And that means that you might have been with some shit like that too. That's just how I feel.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna let the chat know. I'm showing y'all niggas some grace. But don't piss me off, bro. Because the rabbit most certainly got the gun, and let me get out the chat.
Man,
shouts to you, Cuban, man. Shouts to you, bro. I hope you blessed, G. I hope you blessed and everything is good in your life, bro. Shouts to you. But yeah, I ain't fucking with it.
Hey, bro. Yeah. If a dude, if you ask
the title and got hella views.
If a dude who was defending a guy that got convicted of child molestation, right? And you ask this man, bro, after you done heard all the evidence now, you done heard all the evidence, you know what it is, enough to where you could form your own opinion, right? And you know for a fact after looking at the evidence, in your estimation, that man did that, right? You ask this man, hey, bro, do you believe he was touching on them kids?
What you doing?
The person responds to you, well, he was convicted, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. How you gonna take that, Brad?
Nah, you know how I'm oh, come on, you know how I get down, bro.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, come on. I don't even need all of that. If you was a paralegal and saw all the evidence and you still capping, like, what are you doing? That's like saying Ben Bada ain't do nothing. Like, what are we talking about now? What are we doing?
He didn't do nothing because Bombada got convicted too, right? But that's just like
he didn't even get convicted. But everybody know he did it. If you the one nigga out here saying he didn't, then you wild as hell.
Something happened the other day, like he was found liable or some shit.
I don't follow the case. I don't know. I really truly I don't know.
He was officially convicted or found liable, one of them. But that's besides the point, though. If a dude was to say, well, he was, if a nigga asks you about Bombada, if you ask a dude about Bombada, well, he was convicted, he gonna look at you like, man, you on some weird shit. You on some weird shit. Like, that nigga was a disgusting human being. Like, I don't want to hear about the technical answer about he was convicted. I don't want to hear that. I'm looking for a specific answer.
No, I could dig it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
Bro, I feel that way. Like, I don't carry no friendship or no business with nobody like that, bro. And then he was bragging about
the name, but niggas ain't trip on the name. Like, if a motherfucker came around talking about Nuwapian and all of that, niggas wasn't tripping on niggas that was still carrying the name after he got convicted and shit. Niggas didn't. That ain't bother y'all at all.
It was the times.
What?
Apparently it didn't, because
hilarious.
Yo, I'm saying because didn't he? I'm saying like hold on, bro. Now I know this is online. This ain't real life. I get it. But if after that case, And the motherfuckers still running around talking about here New Wapian and niggas starting off their freestyles with Free York and all of that. Y'all was still fucking with niggas that was doing that?
Listen, I never was in the group with John Woo or Polite or none of them. You feel me? So, I mean, said he was a New Wapian, but he ain't never fucked with York. So,
but he don't say he a New Wapian today. I'm saying like when he was go back to that time. I don't know if you was even in the country
niggas when they was New Wapians. I didn't know them niggas when they was New Wapians. You feel me?
That boy Shepherd.
He talking about Polite though, like people are patronizing. People are patronizing Polite.
I never even talked to Polite.
No, we're not. I'm not saying you personally, Chef. What Brass is asking is how wasn't he ostracized in general from the community, running around claiming that he's a Nuwapian, which Polite was doing?
Because everybody was low key was fucking with it. They just won't admit it.
Told y'all it was stylish back then.
No.
That's what he did
before. No, but Logic. Unc was talking about before dude got convicted. We talking about after Buddy got convicted. Polite was proudly waving the flag.
He definitely was.
Right. And Brass is asking, how can that be? How did niggas in the chat and who patronized the nigga not say, hold on, man?
They didn't believe it was a government. They thought it was a government setup.
Right. That's what I was finna say, said. But yeah, that's a different answer. Yeah, they didn't believe that. They believed that he was set up by the government and he was railroaded.
People that still think that, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Yep.
Like a couple years ago, I was on Clubhouse. It was a whole bunch of New Wapians in there talking about they set him up and all this and bro. It's still people still under that same belief right now.
Shit, son, let us say that shit.
So, I mean, people who following that clearly holding on to that portion of it, that it was a setup and he ain't do what they allegedly claiming he did.
It's crazy. His confession was it was the videotape. Like you can go look up his confession with him with the police interrogating him. He said he did.
Nah, but
I mean, these are people that were under the direct influence.
Yeah, they're gonna say that's under. They're gonna say that's under direct.
Never met half the people we've been in here talking about, and they defend them. So I can see how a motherfucker can defend.
Yeah, they're gonna find a way to get around that, Gullah. They're gonna say he was under duress. You know how the government do, and that's just like when they did Malcolm and them, and you can't take. You know, they gonna go around it, bro.
Hey man, we appreciate all the comments in the chat. Please keep doing more comments because it helps us in the algorithm.
I didn't even know I got cussed out by Garfield today.
Hey, shout out to you, ATL boy. I really appreciate it. You going crazy.
Wait, what happened with Garfield? What happened?
We love
nigga,
all
I came on and niggas told me Garfield cussed me out on this show.
For real?
I gotta go. I ain't even been on Garfield show in about a couple years. Fucking 8 months. Like, fuck I do.
Nigga, you said that nigga was on a stakeout. You know what you did, nigga.
Oh yeah, we already said that.
Yeah, you said that nigga was on a
Oh wait, we put that out. That was out live. We said that.
He said, yeah, he said that shit live. He said that nigga was on a stakeout.
Said that shit.
No,
everybody done made jokes about this shit.
Where the fuck Corey at? Corey ain't said shit. What you doing, bro? You just listening? A lot of people listen. Fetty just listening.
Somebody breathing like a motherfucker on that bitch, though.
Somebody sound like Darth Vader in this bitch. Hey, shouts to Mika. Shouts to you. We appreciate you, Mika. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace to you.
Shefford know what he did.
What the fuck did I do, Mika?
Come on, it was kind of disrespectful. That was his child. You know, you won't mess with the kids. You know, if you got family first. So, you know, I guess some people, they still feel away about something. What?
I never messed with his daughter or said anything.
No. I don't know. Listen, I don't know the situations. That's why I'm staying out of it and being quiet. But it was something said about his daughter and it was a lie. And that was not cool. That's his family.
I ain't never said nothing about his
Then he must
motherfucking
have
daughter.
misunderstood. He ain't said nothing about his daughter.
Yeah, so niggas be wanting to do that shit.
Yeah,
Niggas be,
I was
some
here.
people
He
do
wasn't.
crazy stuff,
He
right?
never
So
said nothing about that damn daughter.
He
Never.
niggas be
he
wanting to
overwhooping
jump
if
out the
that's the
window.
case. Yeah. Then he must just don't
Niggas
fuck
be
with
wanting
Chef
to jump
then.
out the window.
That ain't even
Out
Chef's
of all
style
the
in
smoke,
the first
out
one.
of all the smoke he can have for Sinetti and them, you feel me? He want motherfucking mention my name.
No. It wasn't nothing big he said about it. It was something that was set in the wind and end. It wasn't no lasting, long ass conversation about you. No, it wasn't like that.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
You know how people like hyping up stuff? I'll just be listening.
Yeah, overwhooping, Mika. You know it. He overwhooping. He took it to the next level so he could be bad. And that's cool. Niggas do that shit all the time.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I ain't been on fucking Garfield. Okay. I ain't even know
You and Garfield
shows.
chill. You and Garfield was chilling once upon a time. I remember y'all two hooked up. It was on
Yeah, the nigga been in my barbershop.
Right.
So I mean, what the fuck? Like if he felt something, the nigga got my number, he called me. You feel me?
Right.
Like the same way I tell I don't believe him when he say certain shit. I don't have to believe fucking Garfield when he say certain shit. The niggas believe me. Everybody
Listen,
got free.
I don't believe nothing what
Hey,
nobody
when
says.
you start screaming, your shit go crazy.
My bad.
when you start screaming, that shit
Like
was
this,
like,
Sound like he in the car.
yeah, I am. The same
Yeah.
way I tell Unc live to his face, nigga, I don't believe that. You feel me? I wasn't in the cult, nigga. I don't believe that. The same way I tell Garfield I was on the stakeout with the police, nigga. I don't believe that.
Hey, hold on, Chef. Hey, hold on, Chef. Hey, wait, hey, Chef, hold on.
And stuff like
So, hey, Chef, hold on, Mika. Pure Black said, we said that Garfield was lying about his daughter getting her phone stolen. No, we didn't.
I never even knew the story of what got
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't. We just
nobody
said,
ever
oh, no.
said that, bro.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to him and his daughter. Shout to her, but I just don't believe that the NYPD doing things and shit. That's what I don't believe. But that's my personal belief. I don't,
And
it
if they
might have
are doing
happened.
this thing, they don't take
tell
no
my
civilian
girl,
on those sting
I'm glad she
operations.
got her shit back.
look,
Whatever happened.
I tell my girl I don't believe she was at the store last night. So why the fuck would you think I got a problem or I'm scared to tell Garfield I don't believe something he said? You feel me? Like this shit be so fucking petty. Like I don't get it. Yeah, man, this shit be so
Overwhooping.
fucking.
Niggas be overwhooping. I'm telling you. Niggas be overwhooping, bro. Niggas just they just it's like peace and conflict. It is what it is. Mika, you know niggas be overwhooping. You be
Yep.
addressing you be addressing that shit. I saw you, sister.
Yep. Don't
You
stand
know
by and
niggas
let
be
stuff
whooping.
fly. You got
Niggas
to
just
address
be
it.
niggas talk because they got lips.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
I get that.
then when you do stuff public, right? All of that shit could have remained anonymous. We wouldn't have known shit why he didn't show up. When they start talking about that shit online and telling half the story and not wanting to say everything then you leave the door open for that. If you tell a half story because you don't want to put certain pieces in there, what the fuck you think people vote? You know what I mean? Like it should be just weird. You know what I mean? Like I don't get it. Like nigga, we ain't had to know none of that shit. You could have said I ain't show up because I ain't want to show up. You know what I mean?
Hey, but he did show up. But he did show up. I was there. A lot of people was there. He did show up.
That's not even the point. I'm saying why they didn't do why they didn't do the I mean show up why they didn't do the show or whatever. That was the point. They all both sides ran around the mulberry bush with that shit. You feel me? Like, but yeah, I mean y'all believe what y'all want to believe. Yeah,
Listen, I was there, so I don't have
it's
to
all
believe.
shit.
I know the
Listen,
facts.
this shit is like radio to me. It's all shits and giggles. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna put my personal shit on here because I don't want y'all playing with my fucking or nothing.
I
Like
feel you.
it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like for all I know, he could have been joking. he can come out right now and say, I was joking. You feel me? Just like the shit about the motherfucking the degree. They ain't had to show nobody nothing. Like, people put themselves in these situations. Like, nigga, I got a degree. I don't believe you. All right, show it to me. I ain't showing you shit. And go about your business.
Exactly.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like you gotta prove something to internet people. You crazy?
And then as soon as you show something, niggas say that degree fake. We don't believe it. Like, you put yourself in this. But I ain't trying to tell nobody else how to do YouTube. You do social media, how you do social media. I mean, I have niggas grown. You feel?
Yeah, I've come to learn niggas gonna believe whatever they gonna believe. Like it's funny, and Unc know that. Everybody know. Like, if a motherfucker think he was in a cult, they gonna say that shit regardless. Motherfucker don't think it was Garfield was a Sting, they gonna say that shit regardless. Motherfuckers is not on this motherfucker to change their opinions. They on here to give their opinions and attack other niggas' opinions. That's clear.
And I keep saying
So
I
it is
was
what
in
it
the
is.
cult because the shit funny. You feel me? Whether he was in it or not, I can't fucking less. The shit fucking funny. He getting agitated about the shit. What the fuck? So is what your grandmother say? My grandmother used to say when all my cousins got together, and we had one cousin, Lil Frankie. She used to say, "You pickable," meaning you wear your emotions on your sleeves. That's why they keep fucking with you. You pickable. Don't be pickable. You know what I mean? You show niggas something, and if they see it as a motherfucking wound, they gonna keep throwing salt in it. Just for shits and giggles, like, the fuck? Nigga said he was in a cult. Now he's not in the cult. But my grandmother was in a cult for going to church this morning. She got out.
He sure know the cult life. Cause he in one now. So
like, I'm still trying to. I
he
still
leader
want
of
people to understand that logic, though. I still want people to understand. I don't care what video that nigga show. Just understand that logic.
I thought I was on mute.
We're going to church, right? We're going to regular church. But this nigga go to the Nawapians and wasn't in the fucking cult.
But Smalls got the Da Vinci Code is whatever he saw. I hope it ain't indoctrinate your ass, but that nigga Smalls got the info. So no.
If you was ever in a religion, you was in a cult. But you wasn't in the cult fucking with the Nawapians.
Not the right.
I don't understand how y'all.
How does that make any sense at all? Crazy. Then some kind of way it got shifted to the definition that the ancient Romans used to use. So based on the ancient Roman definition, nigga, that's a cult. Oh, so that's a cult based on the ancient Roman definition, but the Nuwapians ain't no cult. See,
he had a conversation with a nigga last year, and the nigga was an expert on cult.
Hey, Gullah, we can't hear you if you're talking, bro. We can't hear you if you're talking. Your shit is like your shit like that. We can't hear you.
Chef, he had to go ask somebody.
It ain't based on when I said it ain't based on just the Roman definition. It's based on the historical in the broad view definition what a cult is. Religions are basically cults. Just because you colloquially might not think that's what it is. If you from an educational perspective and it's in a technical perspective, religions ain't nothing but religion. That's a cult too.
Oh, okay.
It's a fucking extreme cult. Shit, they do weird shit. Shit, all that shit is fucking cult. Shit, a cult. Shit, a religion ain't nothing but a cult who fucking leader that died and the nigga became a damn god.
So when you say religions are cults, you're not talking about like the abuse, the high control, the manipulation.
No, bro.
You just talking about the base.
Nah, he just said from a technical definition. That's all he's saying.
Okay,
yeah, bro.
No. Okay, so
you're saying
even those are particular cults. They ain't just cults.
So you saying
know what I'm saying?
any group based on belief in the supernatural, you're using it in that way.
Yeah, all that shit cult. That's a
Okay,
cult. This cult way of
that's cool.
moving shit, ricituals and
No,
all that
that's
shit. That
cool,
shit cult.
but Gullo, that's cool, but Gullo. Here's the thing, Gullo.
So what's
Now
an
I get in
occult?
trouble in here because I always give niggas more credit probably than I should. So when you using it like that, you're saying that that's the technical sense, but in actuality, that's the loosely based sense. In the academic sense, right? When you say academics, a cult is a small, new religious movement with teachings outside the mainstream.
No,
Most
that's the
religions,
modern.
like,
That's the modern
hold on,
definition.
And
well, it
that's
says
what we talking about.
it just says why it's not accurate academically. And it said you'll be right, but it says they're using cult loosely to mean any group based on belief in the supernatural. Stay right here.
Use it
From that,
colloquially.
hold on, Gullo. And
If
then you
that's
can
what
take
you.
the floor.
I ain't.
From the
I ain't even
philosophical,
talking. I ain't even
okay,
talking.
my fault. Or said from the philosophical or atheist angle, religion and cults share some surface traits, rituals, leaders, community rules. But why it's not
Yeah,
accurate academically, in sociology, a cult is a small new religious movement with teachings outside the mainstream. Most religions like Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Judaism are world religions, large, diverse, practiced across cultures, and not dependent on a single living leader. Only some religious groups meet the criteria for a cult. So the accurate statement would be most religions begin as small cult-like movements, but only some remain cults in that sense. The rest are considered world religions. And that's all we were saying. So hold on, Gullah. The reason why, or anybody, the reason why I was saying to Unc is because Unc is always the scientific literacy and, you know, academia and this, that, and the other. I'm saying the academic shit. He's saying the nigga shit. Then that shit don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me when you just make the whole
What you just said,
Christianity.
you just said based on sociology. If you look at anthropology, that is the scholastic shit. You know what I'm
Okay, hold
saying?
on.
You basing off colloquial because your chat GPT is based on your algorithm, which is sociology. Sociology
Okay.
is the colloquial shit.
I
The
don't know
real
sociology.
scientific shit, the
I'm not
science shit is anthropology and historical and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's sociology is just fucking socialism amongst these fucking
from
some fucking apes and made up. You know what I'm saying?
From an anthropological standpoint, the statement all religions are cults still isn't correct. But it's true that many religions begin in a form that anthropologists would classify as a cult. In anthropology, cult doesn't mean dangerous. It just means a system of rituals, symbols, and beliefs focused on a specific deity. Hold on. Specific deity. But even in anthropology, why the all religions are cults falls apart is most major religions have decentralized leadership, multiple interpretations, and are integrated into cultural and political life. Saying all religions are cults is like saying all adults are toddlers. The early stage existed, but it's not the defining stage now. So even in anthropology, it's academically incorrect to say all religions are a cult. A cult is a stage in the development of a religion, not the permanent state of a world religion. Now name some other shit that it ain't.
Yeah, mine don't say that, bro. Mine say all religions are cults neutrally in a neutral sense, bro. And the other shit is the modern shit.
Okay.
And it say all religions have cults.
I don't work for you, Hitch. Fuck up.
Y'all niggas crazy. Where is that, man?
Yeah, it's about read the sources. I ain't no fucking Israelite.
Get him, hits.
You just stay in the chat where you at.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn right here. That's crazy.
What y'all got? Y'all niggas all sitting in here. How long we been live? Damn, 2 hours. I'm done.
2 hours. This show
Bro,
was
I
fun
mean,
as
we
shit.
using the scientific method to figure out if a Nuwapian is a cult member.
Well, do y'all feel like some of these internet groups are cult?
Oh yeah, most certainly.
Absolutely.
No, wait.
Yeah,
Killer's a cult.
No question, Mika. No question. But you know what though? But when you, if you say that some of these groups are cults, niggas ain't even trying to hear in the sociological, anthropological. They ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
Right.
None of that. It's just you call me a cult, motherfucker. We ain't no goddamn cult.
The
See how that
cult.
shit work, bro? Shit weird. Shit is hilarious.
Did they say Islam a cult?
Hell yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all now. If we a cult, I want all you niggas leave. So whatever this nigga ATL said, see every cult but his. If we in a cult right now in this Discord, y'all all just leave. That's what your leader's telling me. Just leave, bro.
So he showed
leave me
me
in this bitch by myself. Yeah, I appreciate him though. That nigga got 83 comments on this motherfucker. Keep going. Don't stop.
83. That boy, caddy. That boy,
83. Shit. Keep
but
going.
That boy is type of warrior.
Yeah, that nigga typing in a full sweat. Keep going, man.
That boy get carpal tunnel.
Yeah, that nigga driving the algorithm. He gonna get us right. Hey, let's make this nigga a mod real quick.
Hire this nigga.
Yeah,
Hard him up.
That's the ATL boy. You my guy, man. You my man. 50 grand, bro. You my
number
nigga.
One
if you
fan,
don't get
number
no
one
bigger.
fan around this motherfucker.
Yeah, keep going. Drive the algorithm. But what you saying, Mika? Like, I mean, but you understand what I'm saying when I say that?
I was saying
they be wanting me to understand cult. You gotta understand the kind of cult I'm talking about. But if a motherfucker said the pseudo killers was a cult, he wouldn't be trying to hear none of that shit. None of it.
But don't it say it has to have a certain leader, like a leader with
charismatic
charm or something
leader.
like that?
Yeah,
Right.
A living charismatic leader. Yep.
Followers. You need followers.
Yep.
Oh, see?
Yeah. But he wouldn't want to hear that. That's why I would never do that to him. I only did that out of response because by the definition that he creates, every definition he describes, that would make his own shit that. But he won't accept that. That's why I said it. I said, well, y'all would come. See how you don't like it when a motherfucker just make a broad sweeping statement based off nothing.
It is what it is. It shouldn't be nothing fucking to be feel emotional about.
Yeah, but y'all, okay, so you on a cult, Gullah? No, right?
He started yelling. We can't even hear him.
Yeah, he's screaming so loud he can't even see how it works. Yeah, Gullah ain't in no fuck. Gullah will tell you right now, I ain't falling for that shit. Right, so he ain't in a cult.
No goddamn cult.
See that shit? We can't even hear you, Gullah.
I'm not even a subscriber to most of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I just come in and shit.
Right. So so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't like the broad part, even when we just say off the academic or the loose. By academic and loose, then it's a whole lot of shit is cults that I don't think is a cult.
Yeah, now when you in it, I don't
personally
but I think some niggas in their mind they probably they probably more faithful to this shit than other motherfuckers is. I think they in the cult, you know what I'm saying? The way they think, you know what I'm saying? Put pan, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know how motherfuckers is, they super fanned out and shit.
Right. So I would say when niggas be like y'all, like the pseudo killers and shit, when niggas be like y'all a cult, I don't agree with that shit. But I do think this. Some of the people that's in it that think they are. They using some of that kind of, like, you might not be because you got good common sense, this, that, and the other. But some niggas, that's their identity, that's their worldview, and it ain't even nothing wrong with that. Like, niggas be on football teams and all kind of wild shit, over whooping and taking that shit too serious. So, like, the conscious community in and of itself is kind of like a cult. Niggas be talking, say something about John Henry Clark. The nigga fucking try to kill you in the street, nigga. So
I think when I saw them was running that shit with their fucking linguistic shit, him and Wujar, they was trying to run some cult shit. They had motherfucker believe that bullshit. You know.
That's corny because they didn't even have following on and stuff.
Man, everybody was going to everybody. You fell for that stupid ass shit.
For what?
You was in You bought the book. Anybody that bought them books, anybody who bought that fucking illusion book, your ass is in the coat.
Hey, wait,
Anybody
you
who
was on
bought
the you was in the Wuja shit?
Nah,
Mika?
y'all niggas fell for that book hustling ass shit. Y'all niggas in the coat. It is what it is.
Book. I guess I fell for that. I mean, his
Yep. Yep. I ain't bought it either.
Wait. You was in a cult? Wait, Mika, hold on. You was in a cult?
No, that's something he making up.
Oh, okay. So wait, you cool with that's the shit that Wuja was in?
What you talking about?
Somebody said Wuja. Were you in something?
No,
with the
Wuja had a class where they had he was teaching the language. So
okay.
I did that for a little while, but that wasn't a cult.
Teaching what
That
language?
was somebody.
Can I ask you a tough
Man, that nigga wasn't teaching. That nigga wasn't teaching shit.
Even in there.
That nigga was teaching pseudo-linguistics, yo. That nigga wasn't teaching shit.
Hold on, I don't want to get away from the point.
That nigga wasn't teaching
shit. Can I ask you a tough question? When you was in this class and he was teaching you language, right? Which is hilarious, but that's fine. We'll stay right there.
The hieroglyph.
Okay, the hieroglyphs. Yeah. Did you know that he was a paralegal on Dr. York's case?
I heard that later on when he started telling the story.
Okay, so later on. So
and I even questioned him, like, what? Did you believe the stuff that he did? And I never got a straight answer.
Okay. Because I'm on a lifelong, I guess, journey to try to figure out, like, why do y'all separate some of this wild ass shit? Some of this shit is wild, bro. The fact that he could, like, he ain't supposed to even be able to have a class no more after that.
I know. He didn't commit no crime.
Yeah, he was a paralegal on a pedophile's case.
No,
yeah. I don't know how else to say it. Like,
I don't have a lot of information to speak on that really, because I can't even judge him because I don't even know it all about that situation.
Right. What do paralegals do, Mika?
Yeah, they supposed to be supporting the. I know.
See how I get crazy. Yeah. See, I don't got to say crazy.
But I have to hear.
It's a struggle. I hear it, Mika. Listen, I ain't knocking you. I'm just telling you. Paralegal, they get evidence that you don't even see.
Right.
And
I question it. I don't want to put nothing on him, but I question him too, and I could never get a straight answer. Sheffrin's still on him because Sheffrin, when he questioned him too, it's hard to get a straight answer from Wuja or something.
And that's problematic.
Question him too.
They supposed to when you do shit like that, bro.
Yeah, nigga had them coke. He had them York tactics, yo. You know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah,
that's why he never tried. I was fucking gunning that nigga just trying to start a whole nother code. That's what he's doing. The nigga coke come from a
coke. He was. You don't have proof of that.
You just say stuff
now. I'm not gonna label something on somebody that's not true. I'm not gonna put something. I ain't gonna do that. That's what y'all do. I ain't doing that.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying, Mika, as grown people, right? We all understand. Like even Unc said, Unc was a Marine, and then somehow in his later adult life, he was a Nuwapian, right? And that's I ain't even putting over whooping on that. That's just a fact. So I understand you could fall for some shit, right? But after the shit fall apart, after the court case, after the guys done put under the jail, after the judge done said he's the most prolific child predator damn near in history, if you still over whooping, calling yourself a Nuwapian, and then saying, I don't know if the man did it, it's a conspiracy, you got to throw the nigga in the garbage, bro. And the reason why I say that, Mika, though, is because, like I said, of the few shit I seen from back in the day, I saw the wild ass, the polite shit, sitting on the bench with the victim, talking about, I don't care if my master teacher if he raped 100 kids, I wouldn't care. And they still was thirsting for this nigga for debates and shit like that. That's how you get that. When you don't take the hard stance on, you know what I'm saying? When you don't take the hard stance, that's how you get motherfuckers. And I don't know when he said that, But at one point, Polite was like the most popular nigga after saying that on a bench. Like, I don't care what he did this time. That means he just got caught. When he said that, you should have already knew. So I already knew what he was about. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I ain't got nothing else. Y'all want to shut it down? Everybody on mute, so y'all want to shut it down?
I don't got nothing else either, man. I just don't know what to say. Like I feel like we gotta go. We don't went so far away from, you know what I'm saying, of the original topic. It's like I don't know. So no, I don't have nothing else to say. I don't.
Yeah. And usually that kind of shit happens in a flowing conversation, but the problem, not the problem, but the challenge we always gonna have is everybody is listening. It's really only the point of view from about 4 or 5 people. So it is the thing that's gonna move the conversation. The chat is damn near having as good a conversation as we having, because you know everybody ain't doing what they doing. So, but shouts to y'all. I'm gonna shut this shit down. Appreciate y'all. ATL boy, you make sure, bro. We need you, bro. Make sure you show up every time with the comments. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you. We need you for the algorithm. Yeah, hey Timmy Turner, I'm all whooped out. You right. Shouts to you. I'm literally all whooped out. Shouts to you, bro.
Crazy, deranged.